Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 15 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 15-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 10 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 10-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 5 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 5-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
on the Hawkeye Sports Network. From Learfield, Hawkeye Basketball is on the air. Hawkeye Basketball is brought to you by Alliant Energy. Visit AlliantEnergy.com to see how they're using their energy to power beyond. Hy-Vee. Score big savings and shop online at HyVeeDeals.com. West Bend, the silver lining. Iowa Lottery. Be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit IALottery.com for details. And by U.S. Cellular, the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. This is the EMC Insurance pregame show. EMC Insurance. You've worked hard for it. Now count on EMC Insurance companies to protect it.
And we welcome you to Hawkeye men's basketball here in Niceville, Florida at the Emerald Coast Classic. John Swisher filling in for Gary Dolphin for the second night in a row, along with the Chicago Bull world champion and Hawkeye great Bobby Hansen. Jim Davies, our on-site producer and engineer, as the Hawkeyes coming off of that 74-71 exciting down-to-the-wire win over Clemson last night, getting ready to take on the Horned Frogs of TCU here tonight as the Hawks at 5-0. TCU is 4-1 after the 59-48 win over California in that second semifinal last night. What a great win for the Hawks last night, Bobby. The Hawks wanted it a little easier. They're up by as much as 14 late in the second half, but you knew Clemson wasn't going to go away. And when you make 6 of 8 three-pointers in the second half, things were going right for them, and they got some shots to fall. They battled the Hawkeyes, had a chance for shots down the stretch. Hawks made the plays enough to get the win.
Absolutely, they did. Gutsy win, we called it after the game, because, you had an opportunity there to kind of let it slip away. But Desante Bowen, a big three-pointer at the outside of the 8-minute timeout there, put the Hawks up 14. And then here come the threes. You had threes from the outside. You had Chase Hunter, the little point guard, was turning the corner, getting to the basket. A couple of and ones in there. And they pulled to within 2 points at 70-68. So got down to, with 4 seconds to go, 72-71. Another long-range three-pointer. Tony Perkins hit a couple of free throws to salt it away at the end. And kids hung in there. Did a lot of good things. A lot of contribution from different guys. Chris Murray did not have a good scoring night. He did a lot of other things really well. A double-double for Chris. 4 of 17 from the floor. 10 points, but he did have 12 rebounds. So look for him to bounce back here tonight and really have a big game. I thought Philip Rabracha was a man inside once again. 10 rebounds, 9 points for him. Patrick McCaffrey, the star of the game, our star of the game, leading scorer with 21 points on 7 of 14 shooting. Really starting to play consistent basketball.
Our Old Dominion player of the game for the second night in a row after that Omaha performance last Monday. And Patrick just strong, aggressive, finding the open looks, getting open, and just doing all the little things right now. He's playing well.
Playing under control, too. You know, what we saw him last year a little bit, kind of flying in there, kind of unorthodox, off 1 foot. He's learning. Fran was telling me to play off 2 feet. Come to a 2-foot jump stop so you can go either way when you get in there, and it's really paying dividends for him. And he's got some added strength this year. His shot is really looking smooth for him. So playing good defense, getting some rebounds out there. So really becoming a fantastic player for the Hawkeyes.
Guys just stepping up and making plays. As Bobby alluded to, Tony Perkins was huge. Had a slow start, frustrated, got some foul trouble, but boy did he battle back, settled in, and then went 9 of 10 down the stretch. And talking to Fran, which we'll hear coming up on our pregame interview, of how big those free throws are, especially in close ball games and competitive ball games like we had last night.
It's going to be similar here tonight, because the defense that Clemson put on the Hawkeyes was physical. You know, they want to body you, kind of ride up underneath you and get you frustrated, as it got Tony a little bit there. He calmed down, had a great second half. You're going to see the same type of physical defense by the Horned Frogs from Texas Christian here tonight.
TCU under head coach Jamie Dixon. Will talk much more about them as we continue on here on the EMC Insurance pregame show. You've worked hard to build your business. Now count on EMC Insurance companies to protect it. Find your agent at emcins.com. U.S. Cellular bringing locally grown connections all season long with any phone free for new and current customers. That's right, any phone for free. As the first game here, consolation contest in the books as Clemson beating Cal earlier here today, as getting ready for Iowa and TCU, and Clemson just too much for the Bears here, Bobby.
Yeah, Cal having a really tough go right now. They have not won a game. I think they're 0-6, but they battled to the end. I think they dropped the game. I didn't get the final score, but I think it was about a 10-point game. Clemson is over here on our side of the radio broadcast position, and kids came out and played hard. You know, this is a back-to-back game for these teams. For the Hawkeyes here tonight, you're going to see maybe more use of the bench. Maybe we'll get to see Josh Dix. He did not get into the basketball game. We saw Ogundele play 3.5 minutes, did some positive things for the Hawkeyes. In these back-to-back games, you got to get contribution from maybe somebody you don't expect it from.
Indeed, 67-59 was the final score of that one. Clemson improving their record as Clemson getting the victory here this afternoon. We'll take a look at the U.S. Bank scoreboard coming up as we're inside Raider Arena, Northwest Florida State College here in Niceville, Florida. This town, population of 15,946. We're in Central Time Zone, so it's just after 5 o'clock, ready for a 6 o'clock tip of 67 counties in the state of Florida. This is one of 9 in the Central Time Zone in the western part of Florida, in the Panhandle here in Okaloosa County, Niceville, Florida. Number 4, safest cities. We felt pretty safe here, Bobby. Safest cities in the U.S. It's the number 1 safest college town in Florida.
Yeah, that's good to hear. We're kind of a ways away from where the hotel is, so we're pretty safe down there on the Gulf Coast where we're staying at the beautiful Hilton Sandestin.
Miramar Beach, to be exact. Yeah, that's pretty safe. I felt comfortable there too.
Hardly ever left the room. Can't get too much trouble.
Yeah, you can't when you only go to the hotel lobby and the room. That's about it. But we get ready for Hawkeye men's basketball here tonight, taking on TCU. We'll be back with more. Coming up, we take a look down memory lane with the Hawkeye historical winning moment presented by Riverside Casino and Golf Resort. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
The road to a championship is long and full of peril, not to mention snow. Best to drive a Honda. Athletic, all-wheel drive vehicles with nimble moves, power off the line, and gas mileage that's off the charts. Plus, every Honda comes standard with Honda sensing safety features, because defense wins championships, and everybody loves the free safety. New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
At DePaco Credit Union, members are better together through thank yous, a DePaco-only perk that thanks members in cash for saving, borrowing, and planning. This year, participating DePaco members shared nearly $3.7 million. Since 2016, members have shared nearly $24.4 million in thank yous. Be part of the movement. Join the local financial cooperative where members are owners. Visit your nearest DePaco branch or join online at DePaco.com. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Okay, close your eyes and imagine.
Well, unless you're driving.
Yes, imagine you bought a scratch ticket from the Iowa Lottery.
Or someone gave you one.
Yes, right. And you scratch, and you've won.
One big.
Yes, in fact, there are 13 holiday games with big cash prizes. And if you don't win, play it again. You can still win up to $100,000 in the VIP club.
But you have to enter and see rules and complete details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Yes, thank you.
Hawkeye fans offering expertly crafted and incredibly comfortable Hawkeye gear, Authentic Brand Apparel has me looking my best on game day and every day. Shop the premium selection of outerwear, hoodies, hats, and more at authentic-brand.com. Save 15% instantly with coupon code Hawkeye Radio. That's all one word, Hawkeye Radio at authentic-brand.com.
Silver lining means you are backed by a policy and a company that is going to do everything they can to get you back whole to like you were before.
An independent insurance agent describes the silver lining.
But there's a promise there. You know, that word means we're going to answer our promise in the policy and get you back up and running if you're a business, or, you know, if you're home, we're going to get your home put back together as if nothing had happened.
West Bend, the worst brings out our best. Visit thesilverlining.com to find out more.
Another season of women's and men's college sports is underway. Follow your alma mater or favorite team in their pursuit of the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2023 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
EMC Insurance pregame show continues here from Niceville, Florida. Second night of this Emerald Coast Classic. Hawkeyes get ready to take on the Horned Frogs of TCU. John Swisher, Bobby Hansen back with you courtside as we're about 45 minutes away from game time. The first game, California losing to Clemson in the books here this afternoon in Western Florida, as it's time now for the Hawkeye Historical Winning Moment presented by Riverside Casino and Golf Resort. Only have going to be 4 meetings in this series, 3 previous ones. You have to go all the way back to 1946, December 31st of 1946, with the Hawkeyes winning 61-37. They played 2 years later, December 22nd of 1948, 47-46 Hawkeyes. Other two wins in the series. All 3 games have been played in Iowa City. The last one in 2017 as a 94-92 loss to TCU in the NIT tournament at Carver Hawkeye Arena. An NIT tournament at TCU went on to win that year in 2017. So 2-1, 2 of the 3 have been overtime contests, as series here is only 3 games old. And we look to some other great facts about this area here. Bobby, you found a nice little museum here in this Raider arena dating back to the Doolittle Raider history, and that's why they're named Raiders. If you want to expound on that, we talked about it a little bit last night.
Yeah, Raider Arena. We're not sure, where we joined the broadcast in last night as we expanded on it a little bit, but Jimmy Doolittle was the man that organized this raid on Tokyo as a response to Pearl Harbor in 1941, December 7th, 1941. So they organized it down here at Eglin Air Force Base, just north of here a little bit, close to this campus of Northwest Florida State. And 16 crews went up. Jim, they were crews of 5 men. They told they were not going to come back. You were going to ditch your aircraft after you dropped the bombs on Tokyo, and you're going to ditch them if you can find an airfield in China. And they had all volunteers, so they lost a lot of men. They lost them, ditching over Tokyo, getting shot at. Didn't make it all the way to China. So heroic heroes out here were trained in here. So those were the Doolittle Raiders, and helped to really turn the tide after the morale of America was down after getting a sneak attack bomb in December 7th, 1941. Well, the response, they didn't know what was going to happen, from that, but it really changed the tide of the war. So that's a crazy historical moment that we thought was worth mentioning.
No doubt about it. And our buddy John Campbell, former sports director at KCRG TV9 in Cedar Rapids, reminded us, sent to you a text last night of another Iowa connection with Heisman Trophy winner, Mr. Niall Kinnick.
Yeah, John said that as he researched that, we were talking about it when I was in for my weekly segment at KCRG TV for the Better Business Bureau. He found that Niall Kinnick earned his Naval Aviator wings here at in this area. I believe it was at Eglin Base up here. So we remember Niall Kinnick on post-Veterans Day here, and the heroic efforts of Niall and his crew that went down tragically in the ocean. So it was in this area that Niall earned his wings.
No doubt about it. It's just amazing. You can find about Iowa connections about anywhere, and Niall Kinnick, one of the greatest Hawkeyes of all time.
Oh, absolutely. Man would have been president, governor, all the above, state senator. He would have been. And, we got to talk about the fans here, too. We got a lot of retirees in this area down here, and a lot of them are Hawkeye fans. So you're going to have a majority of the noise you hear in tonight's game will be from those in black and gold.
Indeed. A whole lot of black and gold here. Already early, they've been here for the last half hour or so, waiting for the Hawks to come in on the floor. Both teams are warming up right now. Today's Hawkeye Historical Winning Moment brought to you by Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge, a luxury hotel and spa, 5 restaurants and more, just minutes south of Iowa City. The Iowa Hawkeyes are officially bowl eligible. Sign up to automatically receive official bowl travel information. Hawkeyesports.com/bowl central. When the game is announced, you'll immediately receive information on game tickets, air travel, and hotel. That's Hawkeyesports.com/bowl central, presented by Travel Leaders and Destinations Unlimited, Iowa's official bowl tour. Coming up next, we will take a look at the U.S. Bank scoreboard. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Equity salutes today's hero of the game. Thank you for your service to our country. We're a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season. Please join us in thanking all who have served our country. Their dedication allows us to enjoy the freedom and liberty we have today. At American Equity, our mission is to deliver financial dignity to our customers when they retire. To learn more about our company, please visit our website at american-equity.com.
What are you craving? The Wig and Pen in Ankeny across from DMAC is proud to be the home of the famous Flying Tomato Pizza. The Wig has all your favorites, including thin crust and Chicago-style pizza, appetizers, lots of sandwiches, pints of beer, plus a full bar. And this family-friendly local favorite is hiring. All ages are encouraged to apply from 15 to 115. Flexible hours and a fun environment? Call or just come on in. The Wig and Pen in Ankeny. What are you craving?
Knowing that I can make a difference in my patients' lives keeps me motivated every single day. Hi, I'm Dr. Kanya Ferguson at University of Iowa Healthcare. With academic medicine, we see the toughest cases, so we're always innovating. And we bring the best minds together to collaborate, so there's more brain power focused on you. Because that leads to exceptional care for our patients and our community. See how at uihc.org.
This is Gary Dolphin. Lennox has been building furnaces and air conditioners here in Iowa since 1895. And Lennox dealers have been selling and installing these high-efficiency Lennox products for just as long. When you call 72 Degrees Comfort Company in Ankeny and the Des Moines metro area, you know you're calling one of the best names in the indoor comfort business. Dave Lennox knows that when you turn to 72 degrees, your home will be exceptionally comfortable. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and 72 degrees. Lennox, 72 degrees, and the Hawkeyes. That's a winning combination.
Get to the point. 0.99% APR, that is. Open your new home equity line of credit with Community Choice and get a 0.99% APR introductory rate for your first 6 months. Oh, did we point this out? You won't pay closing costs. Get started online in less than 60 seconds from the comfort of your couch. Go to unbankwithus.com. With skyrocketing inflation, there's no point in waiting. Get to the point today. Community Choice. Unusual? Nah, it's unbanking. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis. See credit union for details.
The Hawkeyes know a successful season demands a powerhouse team with a can-do attitude. So does Case IH. We're committed to developing the most powerful, productive, and reliable equipment. From tillage, planting, and harvesting to hay and forage, Case IH equipment makes every shot count and wins. Check out a leading lineup by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Hawkeyes. Go Hawks!
Well, the campus of Northwest Florida State, our EMC Insurance pregame show rolls on this Saturday late afternoon here in Niceville, Florida. Time for a U.S. Bank scoreboard update. At U.S. Bank, they know when you invest in the community invests in you. They're committed to providing high-quality, innovative products and services that meet the needs and demands of their customers. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. We start with Iowa Hawkeye wrestling. The Hawkeyes have won 8 straight duels now, dating back to the 21-22 season as they took down number 21 Penn, the number 2 Hawkeyes 26-11. They improved the record to 5-0 as they won 7 matches in the duel. They'll be off now until next Sunday when they host the Cyclones of Iowa State inside Carver at 1:30. The number 9 Iowa women with that win over Oregon State last night, 73-59 at the Phil Knight Legacy Classic in Portland, Oregon. The Hawkeyes now will play number 3 UConn, the Huskies, at noon on Sunday in the championship of the Phil Knight Legacy Classic. Iowa football team losing to Nebraska yesterday, 24-17. The Hawks end at 7-5 and await their fate in a bowl game as they did not get enough help from Northwestern today. It would have taken a Illinois loss and a Purdue loss, and we'll check those scores momentarily here. Looks like the Hawkeyes will have to sit out of the Big Ten Championship next Saturday night as they will wait for their bowl destination in a next Sunday night should be released. Big Ten men's basketball, only one other Big Ten team in play today. That's Rutgers, 83-49 over Central Connecticut State. In Big Ten football today, of course, Michigan over Ohio State in the highly anticipated matchup there inside the shoe in Columbus. 45-23, the Wolverines beat up on the Buckeyes, winning in that series for the second year in a row. Maryland over Rutgers, 37-0. And Illinois all over Northwestern, 40-3 late in the fourth quarter. Purdue is topping Indiana 24-10 late in quarter number 4 as well. Wisconsin edging Minnesota 16-13 early in the fourth. Penn State is topping Michigan State mid-third quarter, 14-3. Here at the Emerald Coast Classic, the first game of the day, as we've talked about, Clemson beat California by the score of 67-59 in the 8th Annual Classic. Top 25 men's college basketball. Only other two ranked teams beside the Hawkeyes in action today. Houston beat Kent State 49-44, and Texas, number 4, over Texas Rio Grande 91-54. And there'll be more Big Ten men's basketball coming up tomorrow. As a different format for different tournaments, Bobby, as we've talked about. You get a day off for some of those, like Iowa State beating North Carolina. They'll play UConn now tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. And a wrinkle in their schedule there instead of turning around and playing here today, just how some tournaments do it.
Yeah, and I really like it. I was talking to Kyle Denning, who was our director of operations here, and he talked about the Maui Classic, which starts the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You play back-to-back-to-back over there. Long flight over, long flight back. And you got Thanksgiving. You got other tournaments in the Bahamas and the Caymans down here, that are Thanksgiving Day. And then the Phil Knight, the Nike Classic out there. Men and women, they're playing at 2 arenas. The new arena and right next door to the old arena that I played in, Veterans Memorial Coliseum down there. And I really like that because those are some late games. Everybody's kind of doing their thing during the day. You got some football on. Now you can watch more basketball later into the evening. So it's a terrific time of year, this Thanksgiving holiday time, to really sit back, relax, count your blessings, be thankful for everything that we have, and sit back and enjoy some great sports.
No doubt about it. That is a look at the U.S. Bank scoreboard, brought to you by U.S. Bank. Hawkeye basketball is sponsored by State Farm as well, with surprisingly great rates. State Farm is the real deal. You can get personalized service from your local agent or use the State Farm mobile app when you're on the go. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. More of the pregame show, brought to you by EMC Insurance, continues after this from Learfield.
Oh, you know that old injury of yours, the one in your knee or maybe back? Instead of going to the doctor and then doing physical therapy, why not start with therapy first? Athletico Physical Therapy is changing the whole healing process around. Their physical therapists will find the source of your pain and help fix it. Start with them and start living pain-free. Just like that.
It all starts with Athletico Physical Therapy. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com. No prescription needed. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
The Hawkeyes know a successful season demands a powerhouse team with a can-do attitude. So does Case IH. We're committed to developing the most powerful, productive, and reliable equipment. From tillage, planting, and harvesting to hay and forage, Case IH equipment makes every shot count and wins. Check out a leading lineup by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Hawkeyes. Go Hawks!
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Draft Day Sports Lounge is the ultimate place to watch the game, have some fun, and show off your golfing skills with Top Golf Swing Suite. Top Golf Swing Suite in Draft Day delivers a one-of-a-kind simulation that's fun for golfers and non-golfers alike. Pair that with Draft Day's live sports viewing, local craft beers, and delicious menu, and you have a winning pair. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge and Top Golf Swing Suite, just minutes south of Iowa City.
Not all internet is created equal. It's a lot like choosing a quarterback. Technically, you could sign up any new rookie provider on the block, but the success of every device in your home depends on it. Will they perform in the clutch, or will they buffer under pressure? Extreme provides the speed you need with a 100% gigabit technology network and amplified Wi-Fi. And unlike signing a quarterback, Extreme Internet requires no contracts. There's only one pick to lead your team. It's Extreme, powered by Mediacom.
We all love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/IowansWin.
EMC Insurance pregame show continues here from Raider Arena. Hawkeyes and the Horned Frogs of TCU getting ready for the championship game of the Emerald Coast Classic. John Swisher and Bobby Hansen courtside. Hawkeyes winning 74-71 last night over their opponent Clemson. After that game that didn't start till around 9 o'clock, TCU able to outlast Cal 59-48. And it was a game that TCU only shot 39% from the field, 17 from threes, 52% from the free throw line. They were out-rebounded by 2 with 34, 7 turnovers, and 8 steals. So not the cleanest of played games for TCU last night against Cal, but they were able to get the 11-point win.
Yeah, they're going to compete, and they're going to be physical with you, but they really can't shoot. John, that's what I took from watching the half. We watched and traveled back with the team, so the Hawkeyes got to watch what they're going to be up against here tonight. And there's one player in particular, 6'2", Mike Miles Jr. He averages 21 points and 4 rebounds. He is built like a fire plug. He is a cement truck, is what he is out there. He's thick. He's strong. He's been injured, but he came and he will take it to you off the drive. He's not a great shooter. Gets to the free throw line an awful lot. He comes off the bench, as I mentioned. He may be in the starting lineup here tonight, but he's a 46% shooter, just 4 of 15 from three-point land, 27%, 65% free throw shooter. But when you average 21 points a game, you're doing something right. They'll come with another big guy, Eddie Lampkin. He comes off the bench. He's 6'10". He's a wide load in there, so Philip Bracha is going to have his hands full. Their best player, Damian Baugh, signed with an agent last summer for about a week, and the NCAA has suspended him until after this game. So he had a 6-game suspension. Damian travels with the team. He will not be able to participate. It's just one of those rules that, seems to be a little bit antiquated right now, but he got stung by it and really hurts Jamie Dixon's team. Another guy out there, Emmanuel Miller, hasn't played a lot. He has a bad back. He's their second leading scorer at 13 points a game. Not sure if he'll be in the lineup here tonight until we get the official word, but they've been hit by the injury bug and the suspension a little bit. We're ranked, I think, as high as 16 so far. They lost to Northwestern State, who the Hawkeye fans remember from the NCAA tournament. Similar score in that loss, but they haven't played a Power 5 conference game yet other than the game against Cal last night. So this will be a good test for TCU and Iowa. Anytime you tee it up, John, you never know what's going to happen, but they're going to come at you. They're going to put their hands on you. They're going to body you up, and they're going to crash the boards to get a lot of those misses that they throw up there.
No doubt about it. They were preseason number 14, number 15 when they were beaten by Northwestern State 64-63, the same exact score. Hate to bring up that nightmare for you, that the Hawkeyes were beaten by Northwestern State out of Louisiana back in March 17th, St. Patrick's Day of 2006, as what of ironic score. They upset TCU. Hawks were a 3 seed that year, 14 seed Northwestern State. And I know you remember that one, unfortunately, very well.
I tried to forget it. So you just brought it up. I do remember it was St. Patrick's Day. The coach at Northwestern State was an Irishman. He was pretty fired up. That was just a tough one for the Hawks. I thought the Hawks at that time had a chance to go a long way in the NCAA tournament.
2006, the 05-06 campaign was Steve Alford and company. Yeah, junior guard Mike Miles, he was a preseason player of the year in the Big 12, a Wooden Award watch list, 23 points off the bench last night. We'll see, as Bobby said, if he's in the starting lineup here tonight. But, yeah, they've definitely trying to find their way through this injury bug. They were touted to be a very good team again this year. They had a 21-13 year last year. It was their first NCAA tourney victory in 35 years last year for this TCU team, as Jamie Dixon getting his alma mater to a NCAA tournament for the second time in his span here. He's been here since 2016. His 7th season at TCU is a record of 121-85. Of course, you remember his great times at Pittsburgh, 2003 to 16. 13 NCAA tournaments overall, 11 of them at Pittsburgh in his 13 years there, 328-123. As the 57-year-old Jamie Dixon has had some great success, and we've ran into him over the years a few times.
Yeah, had an excellent run at Pittsburgh and left a great program over there. And to go to his alma mater, as you mentioned, a good basketball player for the Horned Frogs down there in Fort Worth, Texas. Tri-Cities, or the combo city there, Twin Cities with Dallas-Fort Worth area. Ran into Jamie in the hotel coming out of pregame lunch over there. Had a quick little conversation with him, but he's trying to get it turned around. But it's tough when you got guys coming in and out of your lineup. But for the Hawkeyes, can't worry about any of that. Chuck O'Bannon inside, forward, 6'6". He's a double-figure score at 10 points. The guy you got to watch is Mike Miles, #1. If you're watching the game and listening on your radios, watch for him. You can't miss him. He is going to bowl you over and going to take you off the dribble, put his broad shoulders on you, big wide hips, like a fullback out there, and he'll get to the free throw line a lot.
And no doubt, Jamie Dixon, 1984 to 87, he played for TCU. 87 tonight. You ever run into him in the NBA? Played for the old Washington Bullets. 7th round, 1987 NBA draft for the Bullets. Of course, turned into the Wizards.
Yeah, no, that does not ring a bell, so not sure he made the roster.
I was going to say, he was in the NBA. I'm not sure, maybe practice squad in those days, but Jamie Dixon is the head coach of the Horned Frogs of TCU. This in-depth look at the visiting team, TCU, brought to you by Grizzly Coolers. Shop now for Iowa Hawkeye Grizzly Coolers and drinkware at local retailers and online at grizzlycoolers.com. Grizzly Coolers, bear tough for hunting, fishing, and camping, and built to last for a lifetime of tailgating. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. Homewood Suites and Home 2 Suites by Hilton. Each offer guest spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. Up next, we'll chat with the head Hawkeye, Fran McCaffrey, presented by John Deere. This is Hawkeye Basketball from Learfield.
Business insurance become one size fits all. At EMC Insurance Companies, we've known for more than 100 years that businesses have unique needs. It's why from coast to coast, we provide insurance packages that are designed and tailored specifically for nearly 500 different types of businesses. Add our expert loss control and quick claim services, and you can see why customers count on EMC to help protect what they've built. Find an EMC agent near you at emcins.com.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. It's within walking distance to Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as some great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of the Hawk Talk with Fran McCaffrey radio show. Come find your place at Hyatt Regency, where we care for people so they can be their best.
U.S. Cellular has always believed that connection is the greatest gift of all. That's why we're offering any phone, any brand, any storage for free for everyone, new and current customers. Plus, our price protection guarantee means your rates won't go up. Because locally grown connection is the gift that keeps on giving. Visit us in-store or online to get any phone, any brand, any storage free today. U.S. Cellular. Locally grown connection. Limited time offer. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
At DePaco Credit Union, members are better together through thank yous, a DePaco-only perk that thanks members in cash for saving, borrowing, and planning. This year, participating DePaco members shared nearly $3.7 million. Since 2016, members have shared nearly $24.4 million in thank yous. Be part of the movement. Join the local financial cooperative where members are owners. Visit your nearest DePaco branch or join online at DePaco.com. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Tournament Club of Iowa, designed by golf legend Arnold Palmer. TCI is his only signature course in the state. TCI is a public course that offers a challenging yet enticing experience for golfers of all levels and is now managed by Kaler Golf. Cap off your round with breathtaking views and a delicious meal at the Copper Oak Restaurant. Looking for a unique setting for your wedding, party, or outing? Look no further than TCI. Visit tcofiowa.com to book your tee time today.
The most popular vape brand in Colorado, Batch, is now available in Iowa at Bud & Mary's dispensaries. Medicine shouldn't have to taste bad. Batch vapes are known for being the smoothest, best-tasting carts. In order to bring them to Iowa, we drew on our experience, dialed up the THC, and let the terpenes do the rest. Nothing but nature. Nice. Visit budmary.com to get your medical card and explore what Batch can do for you.
EMC Insurance pregame show continues on here on this late afternoon here in Florida. I would like to say sunny Florida, but most of the time it's been cloudy this week. We've seen the sun just a tad as the 60, 70-degree weather, but can't complain from the cooler temps back in Iowa for the most part as the Hawkeyes and the Horned Frogs of TCU get ready to battle in the Emerald Coast Classic here. As the second night in a row, we've been here at Raider Arena getting ready for this contest. It's time now for today's John Deere pregame interview with Iowa head coach Fran McCaffrey. Brought to you by great John Deere dealers like Van Wall Equipment in Albia. Hawkeyes with that 74-71 win last night over Clemson, toughing it out. I talked with Coach McCaffrey this afternoon, and he shared his thoughts with me on the effort on his team last night.
I was proud of our guys. I thought we fought hard. It was a very physical game. Every game this time of year is different, and you have to be able to adjust. The officiating is different. The teams are different. This was a big, strong team that really put bodies on you. So you had to be able to play through the contact. Sometimes there were fouls called. They can't call them all. So you got to be able to play through the contact and be effective. And I thought we did that.
And one of the main focuses, of course, is executing on the game plan, teams you haven't seen too much often. And for the most part, you thought your team did that?
Yeah, I thought our ball screen defense wasn't what it needed to be. It was for a portion of the game. It wasn't when they made their run. We weren't up like we needed to be. I thought offensively our ball movement and our people movement was good. We got good shots. Rarely did we take a bad shot. I can remember one or two. We got to the free throw line. They fouled us 23 times, shot 30 free throws. We out-rebounded them. So a lot of good things, but some things clearly to work on.
Fighting and finding a way, how big is that in the confidence department for your team to get that non-conference W?
Well, obviously Clemson's a really good team. We had a couple guys that, didn't play the way they normally do. And that happens throughout the course of a year, so others have to step up. I was really impressed with Desante Bowen. As a freshman, he was terrific. Joshua Gundele in the first half, big difference in the game. Obviously, Patrick had a great game. Phillip was terrific. And, you look at Chris and say, well, he had an off game. He still had a double-double. So he's out there fighting. And Tony got a slow start, and then he got in foul trouble, but finished strong. So a lot of really good things.
And again, you mentioned free throws, 24 of 30 from the line, continuing to make those free throws. It's those little things that can be oh so big in close games. Yeah, in these games, it's, in tournaments like this, they're going to be close. You got to make your free throws. Well, first of all, you got to get there, and then you got to make them. Especially if you have a lead. They were fouling us coming down the stretch,
and we were in the double bonus. And that's a great thing as well.
Now a quick turnaround. First time for this group to go through this in the tournament setting with TCU and Coach Dixon and company.
Yeah, very physical team again, very athletic, deep. So again, we're going to need our guys coming off the bench to give us quality minutes. I think we're going to have to rest our guys a little bit more. That we rode, 30-plus minutes last night. Maybe get an opportunity for Josh Dix tonight.
How do you like this tournament atmosphere?
I think it's really good. It prepares you for down the road in the NCAA tournament. Of course, you have a day in between. We're playing back-to-back. That puts pressure on your team. But it's an opportunity for your entire roster to step up. One of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of the 8-team tournaments where you have to play 3 games in 3 days. I think that's a lot, especially when you start talking about game prep and being able to take care of your body. So I think our guys will respond well.
One more game tonight, then getting ready to jump back home with the ACC Challenge on Tuesday night.
Yeah, Georgia Tech, very good team, great program over the years, but an opportunity for us to get back home into Carver.
Thanks, Coach.
As the Hawkeyes getting ready for TCU here, and Georgia Tech off on Tuesday night in the ACC Challenge, taking business here. Be great to go 6-0, getting ready for that one on Tuesday night, as Hawks going to have to come out and do the little things right here today. Hopefully have no hangover from that game last night with Clemson of the hard-fought effort, and they saved their legs. Didn't have a shoot-around today. They went off their kind of normal routine, but they had more time to rest, prepare for this team that they haven't seen. So a good point for Coach McCaffrey of getting ready for this one here tonight by saving the legs.
Yeah, absolutely. And kids had a good day. They walked through. They had a court, not a court, but they had taped off the ballroom to look like half court, and they go through the preparations that they do. But as you mentioned, yeah, you're going to anticipate seeing a few more guys. Josh Dix in particular, probably a little bit of more time for Josh Agundale. They've got a similar big guy inside, so you'll see those two big guys trading paint inside the paint there tonight. So yeah, and I think what you're going to see, I got it in part of my keys, is you'll probably see the Hawkeyes go a little more zone here tonight, because not a great shooting team is TCU, and kind of let's see how it plays out, and you might be able to save your legs a little bit. You see the guys start to wilt a little bit. You can drop back in that 2-3 zone, but when you do that, you got to make sure you block out and rebound.
And we saw that last night, something you thought we'd probably see to switch it up on Clemson, but it went the other way, unfortunately, because of execution. Not able to get out and identify shooters, left a couple of their good shooters, namely Hunter, alone. He knocked down a couple big shots after we got that 14-point run. So yeah, you switch it up, but you still got to execute.
You got to get out there and guard him. Whether you're man or zone, if you're in a zone, you got to guard that guy that's in your area. Guard it like you're in man-to-man, but you got to be communicating. You got to be talking on that backside and help each other out. Where Chase Hunter, the little point guard, number one, got the Hawkeyes was the high screen rolls, what Fran was talking about there. They didn't execute real well there. They got kind of hung up at the top of the key, and he just turned the corner and had no backside help. So got to clean that up.
We'll talk more about this one as we get ready for the Horned Frogs of TCU. Our pregame chat with Iowa coach Fran McCaffrey, brought to you by Van Wall Equipment. Nothing runs like a deer, especially while supported by the team at Van Wall Equipment. Stop by one of their locations and learn how to farm better, work smarter, and play harder when you run with Van Wall and John Deere. November is Men's Health Awareness Month. Urinary and sexual health have a huge impact on your quality of life. UI Healthcare offers confidential, compassionate care for men just like you. Schedule on an appointment with a men's health specialist today by visiting uihc.org/urology. Coming up next, we will have more from Bobby and his club car wash. Keys to the game. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor, as he does everything to make
my yard look as beautiful as I possibly can.
But the Hubbards use their 1025R because
we really are trying to create this homestead.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere.
Stop by Casey Nielsen for a test drive today at one of our 11 locations in northern Iowa, or get a quote online at caseynielsen.com.
You probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs, but what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, See dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately. Then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
I have been in people's houses on Thanksgiving morning before the fire trucks have left because Grandma forgot to turn the cranberries off. Nobody's fault. It just happens.
A West Bend claims representative on handling a claim.
And then we'll be in their kitchen, putting things back, boarding windows up, winterizing the house, making sure everything is good as quickly as possible. We've been there Christmas Eve, been there New Year's Eve. That's kind of the way we do business.
West Bend, the worst brings out our best. Visit thesilverlining.com to find out more.
Bobby Hansen here for the Better Business Bureau. Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you, got ripped off, didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. Find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Time to redo this basement?
Yeah. A home gym, movie theater, model train utopia.
Or yoga studio?
I'm flexible-ish.
Great. I'll just use the U.S. Bank mobile app so we can plan it out.
Which way are you leaning? Setting a savings goal or applying for a home improvement loan?
I say we look at both options, right here in the app.
Budget for a really good home gym. We deserve it.
Noted.
Help for today, planning for tomorrow. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender member FDIC.
The Hawkeyes know a successful season demands a powerhouse team with a can-do attitude. So does Case IH. We're committed to developing the most powerful, productive, and reliable equipment. From tillage, planting, and harvesting to hay and forage, Case IH equipment makes every shot count and wins. Check out a leading lineup by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Hawkeyes. Go Hawks!
Back inside the Raider Arena for our EMC Insurance pregame show. John and Bobby along with you. Hawkeyes getting ready to take on the Horned Frogs of TCU in this Emerald Coast Classic, the championship contest. It's the first tournament since the Las Vegas tournament in 2019, 3 years there. Of course, you had COVID. Hawkeyes did not play in the tournament last year, so the Hawks, first time this team has experienced this two-game format besides the Big Ten tournament last year. So we talked about it with Coach McCaffrey there, getting back into the routine of a tournament setting, getting ready for the championship game here. As we take a look at Bobby's keys to the game, brought to you by the official car wash of the Iowa Hawkeyes, Club Car Wash, with unlimited membership starting at just $20 a month. There's no better time to join the club. Visit clubcarwash.com to find a location near you. Championship game, trying to move to 6-0. Bobby, how are the Hawks going to do it?
Yeah, I got to have that championship mentality, number one, John. You got to come out there with that attitude that let's take this right from the get-go. But number one key is you're going to have to battle physicality by TCU. They're a lot like Seton Hall, a lot like Clemson last night. They'll try to body you up, try to take the Hawks out of your running game. They'll have three guys back at half court, try to slow you down. So you can't get caught up in that mess. Go out, get out quick. Continue to keep your turnovers low and just make them foul you and try to get to the free throw line. But I think in this game, the Hawks just have the ability to run right by TCU, who now, because of injury and suspension, are not a real deep team. The Hawkeyes definitely have more depth. So number one key is going to be handle the physicality of the Horned Frogs. The second key is how you're going to play the zone. I think the Hawks are going to play some zone. TCU is not a good shooting team from the outside. Look for Iowa. Sit back, 2-3 zone. You know, after made free throws, they're going to go 1-2-2, three-quarter court pressure. May drop back 2-3, may drop back man. But the Horned Frogs don't shoot it very well. You got to look at those numbers, and honestly, they're pretty poor for a Power 5 conference school. Below 30% three-point shooting. So second key will be, can you do some damage sitting back in your zone? And the third key will be, this is going to be a bounce-back game for Chris Murray. Look for Chris to attack early and often. The 10 points, 12 rebounds, a double-double is outstanding for anybody, but for Chris. So he knows he's going to be looking for it. Number 24 is going to be looking to go off early tonight and try to get a big night out of him. I'm watching him warm up, and he is draining long-range shot after shot from three-point range. Just kind of another little key will be at the free throw line, where the Hawks are a really good free throw shooting team, but you're going to get fouled a lot tonight. You got to step up there and make them.
And Chris Murray, when you're a standout, exceptional player like he is, what's the fine line of not forcing, not trying too hard? We saw that a little bit last night. What else impacted him last night, and how does he get over that tonight?
Yeah, he just needs to come out and stay focused, try to get something easy maybe early. He's a smart basketball player. He knows he'll take what the defense gives him. I thought the kid last night played some pretty good defense on him. Similar size. He had some length, but Chris missed some open shots. As long as he continues to take good shots in the flow of the offense, Fran's going to have no problem with it. Just go out there and attack. Fran gives all of his guys, not Chris, but everybody, get the ultimate green light to let it fly. And the thing I really like about how Fran coaches his offense, he tells his guys, encourages his guys, once you get going, keep going. Let's go to the hot hand. Let's find the guy that's putting the ball in the hoop, putting the ball through the net.
And another factor here, 9 of these guys had experience of going back to back with that Big Ten tournament run last year. So the experience is there of that mentality, as you talked about, championship mentality of coming back, flushing last night, no matter, it was good, but getting ready here tonight to play again and focus in on TCU on the quick turnaround.
Yeah, all the teams under Fran in these past 13 years, a very business-like, professional approach. Turn the page, move on, next play, next game. And as we're with the kids last night watching the first half of the TCU basketball game against Cal, there wasn't celebration. They were just enjoying a pizza and get back to the hotel. It was lights out at midnight and ready to get up and go to work here today.
Indeed, and they'll be ready to take on TCU momentarily. We are about 15 minutes. We had another TV slide. That means that the game will start now at 6:10. A 6:10 tip time here tonight. It's 15 minutes to tip off. Presented by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. We'll have the Mid-American Energy starting lineups and the Shields colors of the game coming up. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud & Mary's. There's no THC cap on Iowa medical cannabis, and getting a card is fast and easy with online doctors. Get your med card today. Visit budmary.com.
Tournament Club of Iowa, designed by golf legend Arnold Palmer. TCI is his only signature course in the state. TCI is a public course that offers a challenging yet enticing experience for golfers of all levels and is now managed by Kaler Golf. Cap off your round with breathtaking views and a delicious meal at the Copper Oak Restaurant. Looking for a unique setting for your wedding, party, or outing? Look no further than TCI. Visit tcofiowa.com to book your tee time today.
Don't sit on your lazy assets. Lap up more money with the Lazy Asset Program from Community Choice. Open an Ultra Money Market account and earn up to 2.32% APY, or take advantage of special CD rates up to 3.39% APY. Watch your money take a victory lap. Enroll in the Lazy Asset Program today, only from Community Choice. Go to unbankwithus.com to get started. These could reduce earnings. 90% yield subject to change. After October 11, 2023. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
How do you use your energy? Cheering on your team under the lights? Making a special meal for the MVPs in your life? At Alliant Energy, we know it's about more than just energy. It's about what that energy powers us all to do together. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Back into our EMC Insurance pregame show. Getting set for the Hawkeyes and the Horned Frogs of TCU. TCU at 4-1. No road record yet. They're 1-0 after their neutral win last night over Cal, 59-48. They're 3-1 in home victories. Their only loss is that defeat to Northwestern State, 64-63, back on Monday night, November 14th. And that game, as we should mention, was without Mike Miles, their preseason Big Ten All-Player of the Year candidate, averaging 20 points at that point. That was the first game he missed, as that definitely impacted their offense. As we had talked about, they've been injury-riddled here in the first few games of the season, but 4-1, the Hawkeyes get set to take them on tonight. We were told Emmanuel Miller is out still, as he has that back injury. He did not play at all last night either. For head coach Jamie Dixon, the alma mater, he's a Hall of Famer in the Hall of Fame class of 2007 here for TCU, the 22nd coach in program history. Time to take a look at the starting lineups and the uniform report after we look at the U.S. Bank scoreboard. The Iowa wrestling team victors today, as number 2 Hawkeyes defeated number 21, the Penn Quakers, 26-11 this afternoon inside Carver Hawkeye Arena back in Iowa City. The Hawks have moved to 5-0 as they won 7 matches in the duel, and they'll be off now until next Sunday, hosting Iowa State at 1:30. The number 9 Iowa women in the Phil Knight Nike Classic out in Portland, Oregon, as 73-59 over Oregon State last night. Hawkeyes now have a day off to rest up for number 3 UConn, getting ready to take on UConn at noon on Sunday. Big Ten men's basketball, only one other Big Ten team in play today. That's Rutgers 83 over Central Connecticut State, 83-49, the final in that one. Big Ten football, Illinois with the 41-3 win over Northwestern, and Purdue beats Indiana 30-16. Minnesota late in the fourth quarter surpassing Wisconsin 23-16. It's Penn State 21 and Michigan State 10 in the fourth quarter in that contest. Earlier today here at the Emerald Coast Classic, the 8th annual tournament, 67-59 Clemson with the win in that consolation game, setting up the championship contest here for the Hawkeyes and the Horned Frogs. As we take a look at the starting lineups, we'll get stations an ID. Let's go ahead and do that first. A station identification across the Hawkeye Radio Network for all 55 plus of our stations strong on the Hawkeye Radio Network. You're listening to Hawkeye Basketball. Time now for our starting lineups, brought to you by Mid-American Energy. No matter what type or size of business you own, Mid-American Energy can help you save energy and add to your bottom line. Obsessively, relentlessly at your service, Mid-American Energy. For the Hawkeyes, they will start the same as we saw last night. Filip Rebraca, the 6'9 forward, graduate from Serbia. Tony Perkins, the 6'4 guard, 205-pounder junior from Indianapolis, Indiana. Peyton Sanford, the 6'7 forward, 215-pounder, the sophomore from Waukee. Patrick McCaffrey led the way for the Hawks last night, 21 points, 6'9 forward, 210-pound junior from Iowa City and West High School. Chris Murray, the 6'8 forward from Cedar Rapids Prairie, the 6'8", 220-pound junior, the starting 5 for head coach Fran McCaffrey, who has 498 career wins now in 27 years of coaching. Coach McCaffrey just 2 away from the milestone of 500 after last night's victory. For TCU, Micah Peavy is a 6'7 guard, 215-pounder from Texas. Mike Miles Jr., their go-to guy, 6'2 guard, 205-pound junior from Highland Hills, Texas. Eddie Lampkin Jr. is a 6'11 senior, a 263-pound sophomore from Houston, Texas. Chuck O'Bannon Jr. is a 6'6 forward, 212-pounder redshirt senior from Las Vegas. And Rondell Walker, a 6'5 guard, 180-pound junior from Midwest City, Oklahoma. The starters for seventh-year head coach Jamie Dixon. The starting lineups here for tonight's game. Time for the colors of the game, presented by Shields, as the Hawkeyes are wearing their black uniforms with the gold trim, gold numbers, as a TCU in the white uniforms with the dark blue trim and the black numbers as well. As make sure to check out Shields for all your Hawkeye gear. Shields right there with you in Des Moines, Sioux City, Iowa City, and Cedar Falls. As the Hawkeyes and TCU both in the locker room here, getting ready to come back out of the Hawkeyes. Bobby, we talked about just the abundance of the black and gold. Maybe a smattering of TCU blue, but this place is dominated by Hawks colors right now.
It really is, and you're going to hear the Let's Go Hawks chant a lot here tonight, and it's been helpful for the Hawkeyes in the game last night when they need a little defensive stop, especially there in the second half. But good to see a lot of people took some pictures with some Hawkeye fans here. You see a lot of young kids that are here with their grandparents and their parents. It is a holiday weekend, and a lot of Iowa retirees, the Snowbirds, have come out here on the last week of November.
No doubt. Sounds like a home crowd here.
Yeah.
Great to hear. Inside Raider Arena, the campus of Northwest Florida State, for the championship game of the Emerald Coast Classic, as we get you ready for it here on the Hawkeye Radio Network. The opening tip coming up. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
Are you trying to make your bread go further? We have the recipe. Move your car loan to Community Choice and make no payments for up to 3 months. That's right, up to 3 months of no car payments. Go to unbankyourbread.com today and get started in just 60 seconds. Did we mention there's no cost to move your loan? Up to 3 months of no car payments and no cost to move. That's making your bread go further. Community Choice. Unusual? No, it's unbanking. Visit unbankyourbread.com. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis. See credit union for details.
Draft Day Sports Lounge is the ultimate place to watch the game, have some fun, and show off your golfing skills with Top Golf Swing Suite. Top Golf Swing Suite in Draft Day delivers a one-of-a-kind simulation that's fun for golfers and non-golfers alike. Pair that with Draft Day's live sports viewing, local craft beers, and delicious menu, and you have a winning pair. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge and Top Golf Swing Suite, just minutes south of Iowa City.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Iowa Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford Tough Trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
Another season of women's and men's college sports is underway. Follow your alma mater or favorite team in their pursuit of the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2023 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
on the Hawkeye Sports Network. From Learfield, Hawkeye basketball is brought to you by Bud Light. It's for the fans. Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Made right here in Iowa since 1895. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge, just minutes south of Iowa City. Hyatt Regency, caring for people so they can be their best. And by Ford, inviting you to visit your local Ford store or buyfordnow.com. It's game time.
Steal off the 1-2-2 and a dunk by Chris Murray.
You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Now let's join Gary Dolphin for the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield first half.
Courtside at Raider Arena in Niceville, Florida. John Swisher in for Dolph, along with Bobby Hansen. Our on-site producer and engineer is Jim Davies, as we're moments away getting into the introductions and then the opening tip for the Hawkeyes and the Horned Frogs of TCU, the private research university established back in 1873 out of Fort Worth, Texas. Texas Christian University, the Horned Frogs, in the championship game of the Emerald Coast Classic, as the Hawkeyes coming in with their 5-0 record. All non-conference opponents, of course, they're 1-0 in neutral style, 3-0 home, and 1-0 on the road as they take on the Horned Frogs for the fourth time in the series history and the first time since 2017. It was an NIT game on mid-March, I should say, of 2017. Hawkeyes fell to TCU by the score of 94-92, despite shooting 54% and having 16 three-pointers that night. And we hope for not a rerun of that, of course, as the Hawkeyes trying to come out and get to 6-0 here tonight. And again, set the tone. Good start. Do the little things right. Execute the game plan from right off the bat. It's that simple, right?
It is that simple, and it depends on how the players perform and what kind of defense the other team is going to put on you, Swish. So I like how the Hawkeyes prepare, though. Sherman Dillard has the preparation for this game. He has, in conjunction with Fran McCaffrey, put the game plan in. And we'll see here in a couple of minutes. We finally got to basketball. We had a little delay of getting started, but we're ready to get this championship game going.
We are, as the introductions coming out now, and great thing for that game last night. You just never know who's going to step up in the big games. And of course, last year in the tournament, you saw it, and down the stretch there, it takes other guys to step up. You're focusing on guys like Chris Murray. Of course, you want your stars to shine, but you're going to need guys like Desante Bowen to make a sensational play under the basket like he did with that reverse layup. That was just a huge basket, and it gives your team, the other guys, just great confidence when a guy like that, a young freshman, makes a huge play like that.
Yeah, you contribute right away, and he also, and that was a great move. I remember the one you're talking about right in front of us, but also the three-point shot. He's got that range in his game that put the Hawkeyes up, I believe, 14 points at that point. So if you're going to go anywhere in the NCAA tournament, you're going to battle for a Big Ten title. You need everybody. It takes 1 to 12, 1 to 10, whatever it is that you're going to play. But everybody's got to contribute and bring something to the floor when they come out there. And free throw shooting was outstanding for the Hawkeyes. Tony Perkins, 9 out of 10 last night. He just gets better and better and better with every game.
And it's not just scoring. Josh Agundale with 2 sensational assists that led to buckets for the Hawks. It's all the other little things that you can do as a teammate and a guy that gets on the floor as well.
Yeah, you never know how the referee's going to call a game. In a game like this, Eddie Lampkin, a 7-footer for TCU, 6'11", about 280. He's going to get the start here tonight. So, Phillip can't get caught behind him. You got to fight over the front of him. If he gets a couple of fouls, you might see Josh Agundale in there a little bit earlier.
And, of course, the Hawkeyes, one of the best teams, turnover to assist ratio. They had 9 turnovers last night. So back-to-back games with 9, a little high. Their average had been 8 coming in. So taking care of the ball better, limit those unforced turnovers, which is always the name of the game.
Do such a good job of taking care of the basketball and playing at such a fast pace. John, it's one of the fastest in the country, and for 2 years in a row, they've been at the top, if not 1 or 2 in assist to turnover ratio. So just love that part of the Hawkeye game. how they share the basketball and not turn it over.
Same officials here tonight that we saw last night. Doug Shows, John Gaffney, and Jeff Anderson. Mr. Gaffney, the one Big Ten official that we see in conference time at times. And they got criticized for looking at the replay. But in my mind, Bobby, last night, the replay, you want to get the call right. They went to it because of the question with the clock and the shot clock. And that was very controversial on social media. But in the end, they get the call right. And I think that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of schools, in the shot clock don't have that 10th on there. Iowa does have the 10th.
That's the issue.
That's the issue, yeah. So you just, the TV guys got involved, which I don't think is right.
That's another issue.
That's another issue, but kept it all in check there, and Phil Fabracha makes a great play of never giving up on the play, pursuing the basketball, the offside offensive rebound, the putback, and Hawks get the victory.
Why didn't they ask us, though? We would have shared our opinion, too.
No, we don't have a monitor. We just have our two eyes in front of us.
We borrowed one. As the Hawkeyes and the Horned Frogs getting ready here, both in their huddles, ready to come out of those and get on the floor and finally get this game underway here, the championship of the Emerald Coast Classic. Again, Clemson beating California earlier today, 67-59. Team the Hawks beat last night. Clemson getting the consolation game. California, the team who TCU got by last night, 59-48, falling to Clemson earlier today. That's another check of the U.S. Bank scoreboard. Rutgers, the only other team in the Big Ten participating in a contest here on this Saturday. Rutgers dominated Central Connecticut State 83-49. The Big Ten football scoreboard, Illinois, Purdue, Michigan, and Maryland all victorious. We are seconds away from the opening tip here in this one. The Hawkeyes and the Horned Frogs for only the fourth meeting in the series ever. You have to go back to 1946 and 48. And the Hawkeyes won, and last time we just mentioned in 2017, all three of those previous meetings in Iowa City. The first two at the Fieldhouse, the last one at Carver, and now a neutral setting, Raider Arena in Niceville, Florida. And the official, John Gaffney, ready to throw it up. Murray in the center circle, and we're underway as Lampkin Jr. able to swat that one in the backcourt. And here comes TCU with the basketball left to right. Miles drives all the way in. Now he sends it out right side. Peavy for a three. Got it to go. Micah Peavy, the 6'7" guard from Texas, with the first bucket of the game. 3-0 TCU.
Well, of course, they shoot less than 30% and come out and make their first one.
As the Hawkeyes now trying to respond. Bracha inside, lost it, but a good reach-in foul called there on the baseline. The Hawkeyes will have it as they call that one on Chuck O'Bannon Jr., the 6'6" forward.
I think you can see the Hawkeyes can exploit that matchup with the big fella, Eddie Lampkin, trying to guard inside Philip Bracha. Inside,
good pump fake there by Murray. Goes up, though. It curls out. Can't get it to go, and TCU comes back with it. Right side, O'Bannon driving. Is going to be an offensive foul. Good job by Bracha standing his ground, taking the foul that time. And the second foul right away called on O'Bannon.
Good recognition by Philip Bracha. Came off of Lampkin, who went up high to the free throw line area. Philip went out there, got out of the restricted area, gave up the body, picked up the charge. Second foul on number 5, Chuck O'Bannon.
Hawkeyes have it. The former Perkins, now a bounce pass to Bracha. Sanford gets it, drives in, baseline. And he changes pivot foot. Travel call to the baseline official. We go back the other way.
A little bit anxious, a little bit trying to do too much too quick. Let the offense work for it.
Now Miles Jr. will bring it up. Bounce pass, right elbow. Peavy drives in too easy, all the way to the basket. McCaffrey was there. Bracha couldn't step in quick enough, off the glass and good. And just like that, TCU with a 5-0 advantage.
And Peavy's got all 5.
Right side is Sanford. Peyton now back up top to Bracha. Guarded by the big fella, Eddie Lampkin Jr. The center out top. Now Perkins will shake and bake. Left side, double team. He gets rid of it and throws it out of bounds. High over the head of Patrick McCaffrey. The Hawks just got to settle down here as they trail 5-0, 18:32 to go in the first half.
Unusual back-to-back turnovers by the Hawkeyes here to start the game.
The aggressive defense getting to the Hawks a little bit right now. Have to get past that. Miles left side now. Left side into Lampkin. Lampkin bodied up by Rebraca. Nice bounce pass to the baseline, but didn't have the angle he wanted. Walker plays a ring around the rosy. Goes all the way in, puts up the shot. No good. Right side rebound by Lampkin Jr. He puts it up off the window and good. And it's 7-0 TCU.
That's what he's in there to do, is just eat up some space and gobble up offensive rebounds.
Under 18 to play, the 7-0 lead. Horned Frogs. Perkins, baseline jumper, pulls up short. Rebraca turned out to be a pass to Phillip. And a jump ball going to be called. TCU able to get their hands on the basketball, says the baseline official. Jump ball will stay Iowa basketball. Perkins will inbound it. So Rebraca, Murray, Sanford, and Patrick McCaffrey, the others in there for the Hawks right now. They're black uniforms. Left side, Rebraca, the baseline. Goes towards the lane, middle of the lane with Lampkin all over him. Now 2 white jerseys come in. The ball gets knocked away. Patrick McCaffrey can't get it. Now Miles Jr. will slam it in, one-handed style, and Coach McCaffrey wants a timeout. 9-0, the advantage. 17:32 to go in the first half. A timeout on the floor. As attention Hawkeye fans who buy your own health insurance, Wellmark is on your side and on the health insurance marketplace. Let's give it up for plans you can afford. Check out wellmark.com/hoops to compare plans.
Looking at some quick stats, TCU started really quick here. 4 out of 5, 80%. The Hawks 0 for 2. And Fran, quick timeout, goes to his bench. He's going to bring Bowen, Ulis, and Connor.
So switching it up here, what's the biggest thing in your mind here that the Hawks need to do to settle down?
Yeah, create a little more spacing, trying to do it all individually. You got to let that offense work for it and get that big fella out of there. Big Eddie Lampkin really causing the Hawkeyes some problems inside. Got to get him off the offensive glass.
6'11", 263-pound sophomore from Houston, Texas. As Lampkin only averaging 5 points, but it's everything else that he does. As 30 total rebounds, 15 and 15 coming in. Hawks have it. Murray inside from Rebraca, puts it up and good. And the Hawks are on the board and breaks that 9-0 run. It's 9-2 with 17-15 and counting here in the first half.
Good play designed by the Hawks in the timeout there that Fran took, and got to get your superstar involved, and that's Chris Murray.
Up top with it is Miles. Aaron Ulis guarding him. Up top, here's a quick trigger 3, no good, off the mark right side. Jacoby Coles, a 6'7" forward. He got the start in the favor of instead of Miller last night. Jump hook. Nice job over Lampkin. Phillip Rebraca. 9-4. Hawks trail by 5.
Phillip earned that one. He had the big fella bodying him up. Phillip gave him a pump fake. He didn't move. Threw it up there the second time and got the right-hand hook to drop.
After the 9-0 run, Hawks have answered on a 4-run of their own. 16 and a half to go. There's a ball blocked out of there. Nice job by Murray. He comes up with it. Kicks it out. Ulis and an offensive foul. Got rid of the ball. His momentum took him into the defender, and we go back the other way, and Coach McCaffrey not happy with that call.
That's a questionable call right there. As the player, to me, he moved up under Chris as Chris delivered the basketball. That's like a guy running down the middle of the floor, and the guy just jumps in front of you. So tough call there. 3rd turnover on the Hawks.
There's got to be a little leeway for your balance, your momentum taking you after you get rid of the ball.
Agreed.
And the official didn't see it that way that time. 9-4, 16-10 and counting here in the first half. Hawks trail by 5. Inside, it's deflected away. Good hands by Connor McCaffrey. Pinball around inside. The officials are conferring, and now they're going to say it's TCU basketball. Mr. Gaffney from the near side comes in and makes the calls. The baseline official was blocked and did not have an angle. Baseline inbounds as Miles will trigger it. 16:07 on the clock, 16 on the shot clock. Ball's knocked away. Nice job by Bowen. Yeah, all the way in. Ulis got it to go off the window. And the Hawks on a 6-0 run of their own. It's 9-6 TCU. Just under 16 minutes to play. The little things, getting your hand on a tip pass there.
Yeah, creating offense with the defense there. Energy coming in off the bench with Bowen and Ulis.
Up top for a 3. No good off the mark right side as Miles misses that one from long range. Bowen comes back with it. It's Bowen, Connor McCaffrey, Ulis, Rebraca, and Chris Murray. Now Rebraca inside, bodied up, put it up in traffic, no good. A rebound ripped out of there by Micah Peavy as he snared that one away from Chris Murray. Inside, another new face in there, Xavier Cork, a 6'9", 230-pound freshman as the post-play reserves continue for TCU. Nice pass there from the right short corner. Up and good by Rondale Walker, the 6'5 guard. Their first point since a 9-0 run. Breaks the Hawkeyes 6-0 run. It's 11-6. Here's a three from Chris Murray. Got it to curl around and fall on down from the right corner. Murray gets the three-pointer. It's 11-9.
Good start for Chris Murray. 5 points. He's got a couple of back-to-back baskets there. Chris now 2 out of 3 from the floor, and Hawks got some energy now.
Up top with it is Peavy. Peavy now looking for help. Now left side. This is Rondale Walker with a shot. That's no good. Left short, rebounded out by McCaffrey. 14.5 and counting here in the first half. 11-9, Hawks trail by 2. Nice reverse layup. Bowen on the take from the right wing. Desante Bowen got it to go with the left hand. And this game is tied with 14:26 to go in this first half. And Bowen, the freshman, again shining brightly.
It's 11-2 run for the Hawkeyes after the timeout Fran called at the 17:32 mark. Got some subs in there, and it's exactly what you want to see happen when you go to your bench.
Tied for the second time, 14:26 to go here in the first half. If you need to recycle old working refrigerators and deep freezers, visit MidAmericanEnergy.com for details, plus energy-saving tips. When corn grows fuel, Iowans win. Ethanol is a renewable fuel that's better for our environment, our health, and our wallet. Share your winning moments using hashtag IowansWin, and you could win even more from Iowa corn. 11-11, we are tied. 14:26 to go in this game. Another quick pace game now it's turning into after a slow start for the Hawkeyes, getting down 9-0. But a great run, as Bobby said, 11-2 run. And Desante Bowen is helping to lead the way at a tipped away pass. A layup. Chris Murray with 5 points so far. Bowen, Ulis, and Rebraca have 2 apiece for the Hawkeyes. The 11-11 tie here with 14:26 to go in the first half.
Yeah, looking at the numbers here, the Hawks have made 5 out of their last 6 field goal attempts. They're now at 5 of 8, 62%, and tightened up defensively. TCU now just 5 out of 10. They are just 1 of their last 4, and the Hawks 5 of their last 6. So feel much better about it now. The Hawks got this thing back tight after being down 9-0. But again, if you're a coach out there and you go to your bench, you want to push the right buttons, and certainly did right there, bringing Desante Bowen, Connor McCaffrey, and Aaron Ulis into the game.
The Hawkeyes have given up 6 points off turnovers to TCU. Hawks have scored just 2 in that category. Both teams points in the paint with 8 so far. Fast break points go to the Hawkeyes 4-2, and bench points to the Hawks 4-0. As the 14:26 mark here and in the first half, we are knotted up at 11. Both teams still in their huddles, getting ready to come back out on the floor with the tie ball game. The Hawkeyes' best scoring run of 6 points, 6-0 run. 15:59 to go after that 9-0 run for TCU.
Yeah, and into the game for the Hawkeyes. Joining the group is Josh Agundale. See, Josh played well in the first half yesterday. Had a couple of assists, a couple of rebounds, and we'll see what Josh can bring to the floor here.
He'll join Bowen, Ulis. Yeah, he'll join Bowen, Ulis, Murray, and McCaffrey. Full court pressure here put on.
1-2-2, 3-quarter.
As tie ball game, 11-all, 14-15 and counting here in the first half. Bowen guarding Shahada Wells, a 6-foot guard. Another sub in there for Coach Jamie Dixon and company. Back up top to Peavy. 9 on the shot clock. Get it out top to Miles. Now 5 on the shot clock. Miles will drive, pull up jumper, 15-footer, no good. Rebounded out, but a tip in there by Cork. As Xavier Cork got it up over the head of Agundale. 13-11 TCU. This is Bowen driving, getting away from the defense. Put it up, off the window, and good. Desante Bowen with a nifty move. We're tied again at 11.
He should have had an N1 on that one right there. Desante showing some strength, took the hit, hung it in the air, and threw the ball up off the glass, got it to drop.
Boy, there was some contact, wasn't there?
Knocked him through the ground.
We saw that last night as well. Same set of officials here. They let him play. There's an easy baseline move and a slam down there by Jacoby Coles, a 6'7" forward. Back to a 2-point TCU lead. This ball's knocked away but a foul. Too much contact as Euless tried to drive left to right. Miles tipped the ball away, but on the follow through on the reach in there, the foul called on Miles. 15-13, the 14-15 foul now on TCU. The Hawkeyes have just one in that category. Now they switch it, just the third team foul, I should say. Is that right?
By my count,
yep.
That is the third. Yep.
As here is Euless up top, drives right side, pulls up. P.J. Haggerty, another 6'3" guard for TCU in there. Murray avoids the defender, puts it up over him. It pops out the left side, and it goes off the Hawkeyes to be out of bounds. TCU basketball. 13:01 to play. 15-13. Hawks trail by 2. Bounce pass, right elbow. This is Peavy, guarded by Murray. Now Bowen picks up Wells, the guard up top. Back to Peavy. 15 on the shot clock, 12:40 and counting in the first half. Near travel there, driving left side, Wells. Kicks it out, pull-up jumper by Peavy over Chris Murray. No good, hard off the back of the iron. Murray gets the rebound, up ahead to Bowen, behind the big back dribble. Nice move, left hand, left side, off the glass and good. We're tied at 15, 12:25 and counting.
Leading scorer for the Hawkeyes now, Desante Bowen with a beautiful spin move there with the left hand. 3 field goals, he's got 6 points.
The 6'2" guard, 174-pound freshman from Boston, getting it done early, stepping up and helping the Hawkeyes. Here's a right corner 3, airballed, rebounded by Euless. Tied at 15, 12 minutes to go. Euless all the way into the baseline, but now he'll dribble it out to the left wing. Out to Bowen. Connor McCaffrey checking in. Now Murray. Murray has it knocked away from behind and just taken by Wells. Have numbers to TCU, 3-on-2, an easy layup right side off the window and good by P.J. Haggerty. First bucket for that 6'3" freshman guard. Hawkeyes trail again by 2, 17-15. Agundale up top, bothered by the big fella for TCU, Lampkin. Bowen has it now. He's guarded by Haggerty. Right side, Murray, step back 3.
Hit the arm.
The hand in his face and maybe a little contact, nothing called. Peavy was right there. Coming back the other way, Lampkin trying to juggle it to himself. That's going to be out of bounds via Hawkeye basketball. Philip Rebracha will check in, but not before a media timeout. Hawkeyes trail 17-15, 11-13 to go in the first half. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Hey, Hawkeyes fans, the wait is over. The Iowa men's and women's basketball teams are back on the court, and Shields has everything you need to cheer on your favorite players all season long. Take your game day gear to the next level with Shields Fan Shop. We have an unmatched lineup of gear, including jerseys, hats, hoodies, and more to help you show off your team colors. So gear up, Hawkeyes fans, and celebrate all season with Shields, a proud partner of Iowa basketball and hoops fans everywhere.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
Hawkeyes trail 17-15. This is Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. First half coverage of Hawkeye men's basketball, the Emerald Coast Classic Championship game against TCU. Horned Frogs with the 2-point lead, 11:13 to go in the first half. Nice bounce back by the Hawks after getting down 9-0 early.
It was, and stopped turning the basketball over. Points off turnovers. TCU has scored 8 points off 5 Hawkeye turnovers. I think definitely three, maybe 4 turnovers came early in the first 3 minutes in there. But Fran goes to the bench, gets in DeSante Bowen, Aaron Eulis, Connor McCaffrey, and they really turned the tide of this basketball game. Got to give them guys credit. Really got the momentum going back, and got to get Chris Murray going still. Get him something easy. I'd post him down low and see if you can get him to the free throw line.
Just a different spark sometimes coming off the bench, and when you've been watching a little bit, you have more time to think of what would I do if I'm in there. These guys came in, and boy, have they executed and performed here, especially Mr. Bowen.
It's been the story of the first half to this point at the 11-13 mark, with the Hawkeyes down by just a bucket. That DeSante Bowen, our Hawkeye fans are going to fall in love with number 5. That young man is lightning.
Indeed, athletic young man from Boston, only a freshman, the 6'2". guard DeSante Bowen. The 2-point lead for TCU. Hawks haven't had a lead yet in this game. We've had 3 ties. Eulis has it right side. Bounce pass, low dribble into Rebraca, and it deflected away, but they're going to say off of Rebraca and out of bounds. Looked like it had a TCU player last touch it, but no can do, says Mr. Gaffney. TCU basketball.
Well-designed play for the Hawkeyes. Just couldn't get it to drop. Eddie Lampkin too big in there.
Up top with it is Miles. Miles driving all the way in, past Eulis, off the window, and good. Boy, is he tough. Mike Miles, the 6'2 guard, is a reason why he's the Big 12 preseason player of the year.
His first basket of the game, yeah. He's preseason player of the year for a reason in the Big 12.
Up top, McCaffrey, bounce pass, Patrick McCaffrey, left side. Bowen has it knocked away, and Miles secures it. 4-point lead for TCU, 19-15, 10.5 to go. Up top with it is Miles, left side. Now Miles back with it, guarded by Eulis. 10 and counting in the first half. 4-point lead for TCU. Left side, driving to left wing. Walker changes direction, puts it up, no good off the backside. Ball is fumbled away. Got back, right time, right place. Jacoby Coles, a 6'7 forward, and it's a 6-point lead for TCU, 21-15.
Unfortunate bounce for the Hawkeyes, fell right into the hands of Jacoby Coles, sitting right in the front of the rim.
Left side is McCaffrey gives it to his older brother Connor. Dribbles into the lane, kicks it out. Bowen thought about it. 10 on the shot clock. Connor gets it back, now swings it right side of Eulis. 7 on the shot clock. Eulis pulling up for the jumper. Got it to fall. Nothing but net for Aaron Eulis. A 16-footer outside the right elbow. The Hawks trail by 4.
Aaron's got a couple baskets, 4 points, and that's his game. That little mid-range pull-up, high-arcing 15-footer.
9-16 and counting here in this first half. Miles bodied up by Eulis. Left elbow. 13 on the shot clock. Right side, now inside, right short corner. This is Coles. Connor McCaffrey guarding in. The ball's going to be lost out of bounds. He spun back the other way. Coles just lost it. And a turnover there for TCU. Hawkeye basketball with 9:02 on the clock. 21-17. Hawks trail by 4.
Good defense by Connor McCaffrey inside, guarding the bigger Jacoby Coles. Held his ground, put his body on him, and forced that turnover.
Eulis. Connor McCaffrey, Rebraca, Bowen, and Patrick McCaffrey, the 5 for the Hawks. Connor, handoff to Patrick, left wing. Back to Rebraca, left corner. Patrick now, 8:45 and counting here the first half. 12 on the shot clock. Hawks trail by 4. Inside to Rebraca, left short corner. Bodies up his defender, puts it up in traffic. Good job of going into the contact, getting the call that time as they'll whistle it on Xavier Cork, the 6'9 forward. And Phillip will go to the line to shoot.
He worked for that one. He gave him a series of moves. Right shoulder, left shoulder, right shoulder, and then jumped into the defender and got the 2 free throws.
Phillip Rebraca, 9%, almost 70%, 16 of 23 coming into tonight. No good off the back of the iron that time. He'll have one more. 8:36 to go here in the first half. 21-17, the lead for TCU. You don't need countless insurance companies. You need one insurance company you can count on. That's EMC Insurance Companies. Find your agent at emcins.com. Bracha gets the second one to go. Hawks trail by 3. 21-18, 8.5 to go, first half. Over the timeline, Ronald Walker, speedy baseline dribble. Nice pass off the glass and good as Micah Peavy cut from the left wing. They made it look nice there, 23-18.
7 points. Micah Peavy, the junior, he averages 8. He's got 7.
Right side is Ulis. Between the legs dribble. Backing out, extended right corner. Bounce pass wide open. The one-handed slammer by Philip Rebracha. Gets the Hawks back within 3, 23-20. No doubt what Philip wanted to do with it that time.
No, nice play, though. Aaron Ulis threw a pinpoint bounce pass hard right through traffic. Easy dunk for Philip Rebracha.
Inside. Bowen thought he was straight up and down, but getting the call is P.J. Haggerty. He'll go to the line to shoot, too. But first we have a timeout coming here. As a timeout on the floor with 7:49 to go. 3-point TCU lead. U.S. Cellular is bringing locally grown connections all season long with any phone free for new and current customers. That's right, any phone for free. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
DePaco Credit Union members are better together through Thank Yous, a DePaco-only perk that thanks members in cash for saving, borrowing, and planning. This year, participating DePaco members shared nearly $3.7 million. Since 2016, members have shared nearly $24.4 million in Thank Yous. Be part of the movement. Join the local financial cooperative where members are owners. Visit your nearest DePaco branch or join online at depaco.com. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
If you thought starting a business took courage, imagine starting over after a fire, damaging storms, or a cyber attack. When disaster strikes, business owners count on EMC for fast, experienced claim service. Our countrywide network of local offices ensures we're always ready to answer the call, investigate every claim, explain what's covered, and process payments as quickly as possible. Count on getting back to business when you count on EMC.
The road to a championship is long and full of peril, not to mention snow. Best to drive a Honda. Athletic, all-wheel drive vehicles with nimble moves, power off the line, and gas mileage that's off the charts. Plus, every Honda comes standard with Honda sensing safety features because defense wins championships, and everybody loves the free safety. New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
7:49 to go here in the first half. Hawkeyes trail by 3 after a 9-0 start for TCU. Hawks answered on an 11-2 run. But TCU leading by 3 right now, and 2 shots coming for P.J. Haggerty on the last foul. Did they give that to Ulis, Bobby?
Give it to Desante Bowen. He picks up his first, and the freshman Haggerty to the line for 2.
2 points for Haggerty so far in the game. Left it short. And he'll have one more. P.J. Haggerty, 85% free throw shooter coming in, 6 of 7 on the season. Into 5 games coming in. And the second one up and through. 24-20, 4-1 TCU, and 5-0 Iowa, 25th ranked team. In the AP poll, 24 in the coaches poll, the Hawkeyes trail by 4, 7:49 to go in the first half. Perkins, Rebracha, Ulis, Patrick McCaffrey, and Chris Murray, the 5 for the Hawks. Ulis comes off a screen. Stops, pops, got it from the right elbow. It hit the front of the rim, back of the rim, and then rolled on down for the 2-pointer. The Hawks within 2, 24-22.
6 points now for Aaron Ulis, and again, that's that 15-foot mid-range pop-up jumper for Ulis.
7:15 and counting, first half, left side to Haggerty. Guarded by Patrick McCaffrey. Right side, Rebraca picks it up. Now McCaffrey gets back there. Here's Peavy inside. Put it up. No good. Left to short. Almost got his own rebound. It's tipped out in front of us to Walker. He drives left side. Now gives it up. That's a near travel. A jump hook. Got it to go. Xavier Cork, the 6'9 forward, gives the Horned Frogs a 4-point lead. Again, 26-22. This one's knocked away from Euless by Cork. Now this one's popped up out of there by Perkins. Patrick McCaffrey comes away with it. Perkins for a wide open three. No good. Euless from behind. That's going to be a foul. Up in the air. Collided into Rondell Walker. Got a piece of the basketball, but too much contact from behind, says the baseline official. TCU ball.
A lot of action back and forth. No production that time, but Aaron Euless, I like the fight going after that offensive rebound. His first, just a team third.
6:41 to go. The 4-point TCU advantage, 26-22. Perkins guarding Miles up top, shake and bake, left side. Now between the legs dribble, left side picked up by Rebraca. Drives in, short corner, knocked away. Tony Perkins, active hands. He has it off and running all the way in, put up and good. Off the glass and good. Tony brings the Hawks back within two. Great defense and then offense for Tony.
That's what we've seen Tony do in the last year and a half, is just create offense with defense, just bulldogging it. Got the steal, ripped it away, and hard drive to the hoop.
6 minutes and counting. Hawks trail by 2, 26-24. Stop and go, dribble, hesitation, move. Crashes inside Miles, and they're going to call a foul on this, and Coach McCaffrey does not like it.
What's he supposed to do? I mean, Tony's just sliding with him, and Miles jumps right in.
And now the official, baseline official comes out. Sure if we had a...
Him and Tony, Mike Miles and Tony got locked up. I think maybe a double tech.
No shot, double technical foul going to be the call.
Ball out of bounds, 4th team foul on the Hawks.
26-24 TCU, 5:59 to go. And now they call 2 shots. Called as Miles will be...
If he gets a tech, that'll be his second.
They haven't given
TCU
to him.
Personal foul says Miles fouls 2.
Now the officials say the technical foul is on
O'Bannon. Yeah, makes sense.
So Bannon, Chuck O'Bannon, the forward, getting the technical foul, it appears. And Miles up and no good off the back of the iron. So we got that all straightened out with 5:59 to go here in the first half. A 2-point lead now here for TCU, and the second one by Miles. Up and no good. Pops out, rebounded by Chris Murray. Here come the Hawkeyes. Just under 6 minutes to play here in this first half. Perkins has it up top, between the legs dribble, left side of Rebraca. Phillip to Perkins. Tony dribbles from the top of the key to the left short corner. Back up top, long distance three, no good. In and out. Kissed the window on its way out, popped out the right side off the right hand of Patrick McCaffrey. 5.5 to go. Here in the first half, Miles inside bounce pass and a double-handed stuff past Aaron Euless by Xavier Cork. Back to a 4-point TCU lead, 28-24. Rebraca kicks it out. Euless for a standalone three. Got it to go. Aaron Euless brings the Hawks back within one, 28-27.
Euless now leading scorer for the Hawkeyes. He's got 9 on 4 made field goals.
Rondell Walker sends it left side to Peavy. This one's knocked away by Euless, but getting it back up top is Cork. Miles has it, guarded by Euless. 6 on the shot clock. It's extended high up top. Great defense by the Hawkeyes. 2 on the shot clock. They throw it away. Perkins comes up with it. The Hawks have numbers 3 on 2. Tony forced it on the left side, put it up. It's pinballed around, and Miles comes up with it. right side. This is Walker. He swings it back out. 4.5 to play. Up and down pace again here for the Hawks and the Horned Frogs. 28-27. The 1-point lead. Baseline pass right corner. Up top, Walker sends it left side. Baseline drive, left hand, no good. Left too long off the glass. No rim that time by Micah Peavy. Or Bracha corrals the rebound. Murray goes strong inside. Gets hit on the arm. Puts it up. No good. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. As Chuck O'Bannon gets his 3rd personal foul. Chris Murray on the line. Nothing on the line yet for Chris Murray coming in.
He's been perfect on the year. I know that.
16 of 16.
17 in a row going back to last year.
Chris Murray tries to continue the streak, and he does there with the first one right through. And we're tied up, knotted up for the 4th time in this game. Substitutions here. Josh Dix is in for the first time in the tournament. 6'5" guard, the freshman from Council Bluffs. He joins Perkins, Eulis, Connor McCaffrey back in, and Chris Murray on the line. Josh Agundale at the table now, ready to check in. Murray, the free throw up, rattles around, and pops out the right side. Can't get it to go. The streak is broken for Chris at 18. 28 all, 4 minutes and counting here in the first. Right side, this is Peavy. Walker has it, guarded by Dix. Rondell trying to take Dix off the dribble. Baseline, kicks it out. This is Peavy, 8 on the shot clock, all the way in. Had it knocked away, but a rebound put up and good by the big fella, Eddie Lampkin. Back to a 2-point TCU lead, 30-28. Perkins now, no hesitation, goes in. Puts it up. It curls out the right side. Lampkin with the rebound. Now Walker up top. Hesitation. Move. Sends it out. Eulis almost got a fingernail on that one to knock it away. But Miles comes up with it. The baseline kicked out. Peavy for a wide open 3. Book it. Micah Peavy, the 6'7" guard, adds to his point total. He's got 10, 33-28, 5-point TCU lead.
Out of the double team in the post, Eddie Lampkin found the shooter at top of the key.
This ball's knocked away. Lampkin from Eulis. He crashes to the floor on the baseline. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Hawkeye basketball. Timeout on the floor with 3:02 to go first half. Hawkeyes trail 33-28. You can visit your local Iowa Lottery retailer for some holiday scratch tickets today. Then enter your non-winners in the VIP Club for a chance to win big cash prizes up to $100,000. Visit ialottery.com for details. We're back after this. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
We all love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/IowansWin.
At Mid-American Energy, we want to help keep you safe around power lines and electrical equipment. Always assume a power line is energized, even if it's on the ground. To avoid the risk of an accidental shock or electrocution, avoid touching a power line with anything. And when you see high voltage warnings on transformers and substations, stay away. We care about you and your safety. Get more tips at midamericanenergy.com.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor, as he does everything to make
my yard look as beautiful as I possibly can.
But the Hubbards use their 1025R because
we really are trying to create this homestead.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere.
Stop by Casey Nielsen for a test drive today at one of our 11 locations in northern Iowa, or get a quote online at caseynielsen.com.
This is Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield first half coverage of Hawkeye men's basketball. 3:02 to go here in the first half. Hawks trail by 5, 33-28. Some significant numbers on the stat sheet. Bobby, what really stands out to you?
You look at the rebounds. Turnovers for the Hawkeyes, 7. Both teams have 7 points off turnovers. are 10-5 in favor of TCU, but the rebound numbers, Hawks getting out rebounded 15-9, 10-0 in second chance points off of 5 offensive rebounds.
Only one offensive rebound for the Hawkeyes. And here's a quick
Josh Dix going to go to the free throw line.
Foul on TCU. They get it on number 11, Rondell Walker. See his first, team foul number 7, so Dix is on the line to shoot one in the bonus. Shot is up and right through. Josh Dix with his first free throw as a Hawkeye, the 6'5" freshman from Council Bluffs. Puts the Hawkeyes back within 4. And this one can't go. Pops out right side. 33-29 TCU. Just under 3 minutes to play in the first half of this Emerald Coast Classic Championship contest. Miles has it. Bounce pass right side to Peavy. Guarded by Dix. Now inside to Lampkin. Lampkin surveying. Ogundele on him. Now Lampkin dribbles out to the right side. Connor McCaffrey picks him up from the right corner. Miles dribbling behind his back. A near traveling violation, nothing called. The Hawkeye bench wanted it. Now driving in was Walker. He lost the ball as he tried to go up with it. Ogundele right there might have impacted that as McCaffrey brings it down, gives it up to Perkins. 2:20 and counting, first half. Ogundele kicks it out to McCaffrey, left corner, back to Josh. Ogundele now twisting, turning, bounce pass gets knocked away. Trying to get the Dix on the baseline, but just swiped away by Jacoby Coles, and TCU comes back with it. Up by 4, 2 minutes to go. Nice layup by Walker, high off the window. The assist by Lampkin. Foul coming on Chris Murray. The second on him, and a three-point play opportunity for Rondell Walker.
Got caught chasing the cutter there, Rondell Walker. Chris Murray turned his head. He cut to the basket, received the pass. Chris tried to go up and block it because too much body. Walker makes the three-point and one opportunity.
Substitutions in here. Connor Ogundele, Dick stay. So does Tony Perkins. Sanford comes in for Chris Murray. The three-point play here for Walker, up, and he got it. 36-29. Just like that, a 7-point lead for TCU on the three-point play with just under 2 to play in the first half. Perkins has the basketball inside the half-court stripe. Now Dix.
TCU going 2-3 zone.
Sanford, bounce pass, free throw line. Ogundele gets it back. Payton for the 3, no good, left it short. Comes off right side, rebounded by Peavy, and back comes TCU. They push it ahead. Coles loses it for a moment. Now Perkins comes in, takes it away. The Hawks have numbers 3-on-1. Tony all the way in, and they're going to get a blocking foul inside the half circle as the official Gaffney pointing as the basket was good. A three-point play opportunity here. Basket was good, right?
Basket was good. It was a 3-on-1 opportunity, and Tony took it hard. Didn't feel comfortable passing the ball, and as you mentioned, the defender was in the restricted zone, and Tony, with that upper body strength, able to complete the play. Now the free throw coming.
Perkins has 4 points, 2 of 6 from the field. His first trip to the free throw line. Haggerty will be the substitution here, as Jacoby Coles will check out for a breather. Perkins, 15 of 19 coming in, 79% from the charity stripe on the season. And he knocks down the free throw, three-point play for the Hawkeyes. Trailing by 4 now, 36-32. Buck and a half to go here in this first half. Miles all the way in, gets it knocked away. McCaffrey up ahead. Perkins now on the other end. Stop, good jump, stop. Put it up, no good. Sanford with the rebound. Fading away, threw it up, and it goes down. Hawks trail by 2, 36-34.
And Payton's breathing a sigh of relief. Finally got one to drop through the net there, and the Hawks are back in this thing down by just a bucket.
A minute to go, 36-34. Perkins guarding Miles out top. And now, 3-second violation. Coach McCaffrey and the Hawkeye bench coming out of their shoes, wanting that call. The baseline officials, yeah, I had it. I had it all the time.
Lampkin never left. He was in there for 10 seconds.
Camping out in there. 36-34, the 2-point lead. Hawks get it back with 45 seconds and counting. Perkins has it. Screen set by Gundele. Perkins throws it back to the top of the key. Sanford loses the ball. He lost his footing, I should say. He held the ball, but jumping in there and getting his hands on the basketball was Peavy, causing the tie ball. It'll be TCU basketball. (36-34), 2-point TCU lead. 37.2 on the clock. Miles will bring it up. About a 6-second difference on the shot clock to the game clock. Miles has it just inside the timeline. 23 seconds and counting. Up top, Haggerty. They swing it left side, back to Miles. 14 in the game clock, 5 on the shot clock. Driving in, Peavy pulls up, sends it out to Miles for a deep three, no good. Rebound put up after it hit the rim, no good off the back of the rim. Gundele. 3 seconds. Sanford has it knocked away at half court, knocks away. The first half will come to a close. 36-34. Hawkeyes trailing by 2 at the halftime break. TCU with the 2-point lead as we've reached the end of the first half.
We need to take a breather here.
Oh, my. A lot of action there. The Hawkeyes trailing by 2 after a rough start, 9-0. They answered 11-2 run. It's been a battle the whole way. They have not had a lead yet in this game. We've been tied 4 times. Stay tuned for our halftime show, brought to you by Bud Light. Hey, Hawkeye fans, Bud Light proudly welcomes back Hawkeye fans inside Carver Hawkeye Arena this year. Bud Light is for the fans. At the game or at home, Wimmer's premium quality hot dogs and sausages will score with family and friends. Take the highest quality beef and pork, and you get the best tasting hot dog. Wimmer's, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. You can join Fran McCaffrey for his weekly radio show with Dolph and Bobby at the Hyatt Regency Hotel and Conference Center in the Iowa River Landing in Coralville. The first show will be this coming Wednesday night, November 30th, 7 until 8:30. And now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa's men's basketball program to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Learn more at iowaswarm.com. 36-34, TCU over the Hawkeyes at the halftime break. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud & Mary's. Formerly MedFarm, Bud & Mary's is the same locally grown, family-owned and operated company, providing the largest selection of cannabis and full THC products in Iowa.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oaknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
How do you use your energy? Cheering on your team under the lights? Making a special meal for the MVPs in your life? At Alliant Energy, we know it's about more than just energy. It's about what that energy powers us all to do together. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Okay, close your eyes and imagine.
Well, unless you're driving.
Yes, imagine you bought a scratch ticket from the Iowa Lottery.
Or someone gave you one.
Yes, right. And you scratch, and you've won.
Won big.
Yes, in fact, there are 13 holiday games with big cash prizes. And if you don't win, play it again. You can still win up to $100,000 in the VIP club.
But you have to enter and see rules and complete details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Yes. Thank you.
Woohoo! Not all internet is created equal. It's a lot like choosing a quarterback. Technically, you could sign up any new rookie provider on the block, but the success of every device in your home depends on it. Will they perform in the clutch, or will they buffer under pressure? Extreme provides the speed you need with a 100% gigabit technology network and amplified Wi-Fi. And unlike signing a quarterback, Extreme Internet requires no contracts. There's only one pick to lead your team. It's Extreme, powered by Mediacom.
Knowing that I can make a difference in my patients' lives keeps me motivated every single day. Hi, I'm Dr. Kanya Ferguson at University of Iowa Healthcare. With academic medicine, we see the toughest cases, so we're always innovating. And we bring the best minds together to collaborate, so there's more brain power focused on you. Because that leads to exceptional care for our patients and our community. See how at uihc.org.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Iowa Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
This has been the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield first half on the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield. Hawkeye basketball is brought to you by EMC Insurance. You've worked hard for it. Now count on EMC Insurance companies to protect it. U.S. Bank, proud to support Iowa basketball. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Wimmer's Meats, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. Authentic Brand, unique Hawkeye apparel at authentic-brand.com. Bud and Mary's, medical cannabis farmed and formulated in Iowa. And by Bud Light, it's for the fans. This is the Budweiser Halftime Report.
At Raider Arena, the Emerald Coast Classic Championship game. The Hawkeyes trail TCU 36-34 at the halftime break. There's a lot of numbers to dissect here in this one. Right now, TCU has been a step ahead of the Hawkeyes. They got some shots to fall early on after that nice 9-0 run, but the Hawks never backed down, of course, as we knew they wouldn't. They kept on fighting here, and they got themselves back within 2 at the break, Bobby.
Yeah, when Fran called the quick timeout at the 17.5-minute mark of the first half, down 9-0, they came with energy off the bench. Desante Bowen has been a star here tonight. He's 3 out of 3. He's got 6 points. Aaron Eulis, another player that really played well in the first half. He's 4 out of 4 from the field, including 1 from long range. 9 points to lead the Hawkeyes for Aaron Eulis. Got to clean up the turnovers, or 9 turnovers for the Hawkeyes are about what you want for the game. They've got 9 here in the first half. And the rebounds, 18-11 in favor of Texas Christian. They've got 6 of those 18 off the offensive glass for a 10-2 second chance point advantage.
We'll take a look at more numbers as the Bud Light halftime show will continue. Bud Light proudly welcomes Hawkeye fans back to Carver this season. Bud Light is for the fans. Thank you to United Healthcare for teaming up with Hawkeye Athletics this season to celebrate small businesses in the state of Iowa. United Healthcare is a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. We're back with more right after this. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Point. 0.99% APR, that is. Open your new home equity line of credit with Community Choice and get a 0.99% APR introductory rate for your first 6 months. Oh, did we point this out? You won't pay closing costs. Get started online in less than 60 seconds from the comfort of your couch. Go to unbankwithus.com. With skyrocketing inflation, there's no point in waiting. Get to the point today. Community Choice. Unusual? Nah, it's unbanking. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis. See credit union for details.
U.S. Cellular has always believed that connection is the greatest gift of all. That's why we're offering any phone, any brand, any storage for free for everyone, new and current customers. Plus, our price protection guarantee means your rates won't go up. Because locally grown connection is the gift that keeps on giving. Visit us in-store or online to get any phone, any brand, any storage free today. U.S. Cellular, locally grown connection. Limited time offer, terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
Silver lining means you are backed by a policy and a company that is going to do everything they can to get you back whole to like you were before.
An independent insurance agent describes the silver lining.
But there's a promise there. That word means we're going to answer our promise in the policy and get you back up and running if you're a business, or, if you're home, we're going to get your home put back together as if nothing had happened.
West Bend, the worst brings out our best. Visit thesilverlining.com to find out more.
Do you want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Back in Raider Arena as we're going to pause 10 seconds for station identification. Our Hawkeye Radio Network, all 55 stations. We pause now. You're listening to Hawkeye Basketball. Time for our halftime stats report, brought to you by Hy-Vee. Score big savings and shop online at HyVeeDeals.com. Points in the paint favor TCU 28-20. Turnovers 13-10 TCU. Second chance 10-10 Horned Frogs. Fast break. That column is in favor of the Hawkeyes 12-4. Bench points also Hawkeyes 16-13. We've had no lead changes in this game. The game has been tied 4 times. As leading the way for the Hawks, Chris Murray, 10 points for Micah Peavy for TCU at halftime. Hawks trail 36-34. The charity stripe recap as we look at how the Hawks and Horned Frogs did from the line, as the Hawkeyes are 4 of 7 for 57%. TCU 2 of 5 for 40%. That was your charity stripe recap, brought to you by Latham High-Tech Seeds. The Hawkeyes have a diverse combination of talent, and at Latham High-Tech Seeds, you'll find the most diverse portfolio in the industry. Diversify for success at LathamSeeds.com. More of the halftime show right after this. This is Hawkeye Basketball from Learfield.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
U.S. Cellular has always believed that connection is the greatest gift of all. That's why we're offering any phone, any brand, any storage for free for everyone, new and current customers. Plus, our price protection guarantee means your rates won't go up. Because locally grown connection is the gift that keeps on giving. Visit us in-store or online to get any phone, any brand, any storage free today. U.S. Cellular, locally grown connection. Limited time offer, terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
Get a Hy-Vee Plus Premium membership for just $99 a year and get fuel savings every time you shop in-store and online. Plus, exclusive deals and offers every month. Plus, free standard delivery and free express pickup. With Hy-Vee Plus, our plus equals more. For a limited time, get $50 off an annual Hy-Vee Plus membership with code SAVEBIG. That's right, get $50 off a Hy-Vee Plus membership with code SAVEBIG.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
Back into the halftime show. Time for a quick U.S. Bank scoreboard update. Put your trust in a bank that's been focused on serving the people and businesses in Iowa and all across the country since 1863. That's U.S. Bank. Stop by your local branch or log on today. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Iowa wrestling won today, 26-11. Hawkeye women winning last night, 73-59 over Oregon State. They'll play tomorrow at noon against number 3 UConn. Big Ten basketball, only Rutgers in action, 83-49 over Central Connecticut State. The second half coming up next. Hawks trail by 2, 36-34. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud & Mary's. There's no THC cap on Iowa medical cannabis, and getting a card is fast and easy with online doctors. Get your med card today. Visit budmary.com.
The road to a championship is long and full of peril, not to mention snow. Best to drive a Honda. Athletic, all-wheel drive vehicles with nimble moves, power off the line, and gas mileage that's off the charts. Plus, every Honda comes standard with Honda sensing safety features because defense wins championships, and everybody loves the free safety. New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Hey, Hawkeyes fans, the wait is over. The Iowa men's and women's basketball teams are back on the court, and Shields has everything you need to cheer on your favorite players all season long. Take your game day gear to the next level with Shields Fan Shop. We have an unmatched lineup of gear, including jerseys, hats, hoodies, and more to help you show off your team colors. So gear up, Hawkeyes fans, and celebrate all season with Shields, a proud partner of Iowa basketball and hoops fans everywhere.
Bobby Hansen here for the Better Business Bureau. Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you, got ripped off, didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. Find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
How do you use your energy? Cheering on your team under the lights? Making a special meal for the MVPs in your life? At Alliant Energy, we know it's about more than just energy. It's about what that energy powers us all to do together. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Second half underway. A missed three by Patrick McCaffrey. Quickly on the other end, TCU a basket, missed shot, then right time, right place. Eddie Lampkin puts it up with the left hand. Just like that, TCU ahead 38-34. 19 minutes to go here in this second half of play. It's Perkins, Sanford, Patrick McCaffrey, Rebracha, and Chris Murray on the floor. Here's a pull-up jumper by Perkins. Left side, no good. Rebounded by TCU. Up ahead, Walker puts it up. No good. Rolls out as he raced on the baseline with Tony Perkins. Now Perkins, left side. McCaffrey in the corner. Sanford dribbles in. Sends it back out to PMAC. No good. Almost lost out of bounds. They throw it back into Rebracha. Chris Murray for a standalone three. No good. We have a foul called on the rebound attempt on Patrick McCaffrey, was it?
No, I believe they're going to get Peyton Sanford in there battling for that offensive rebound. Caught him in the back of the head.
38-34, 18-39. We'll hear from Bobby and Sherman Dillard, who had the scout on TCU, in our halftime interview coming up. When we get a chance here. It's our first time out in this second half. We have some
wet floor.
Yep, perspiration. Let's go to Bobby and Sherman Dillard now.
Coach, TCU came out, jumped you early, got the timeout, and then you brought energy off the bench.
Yeah, thankfully the group that came off the bench brought the energy, played extremely hard, tied the basketball game. Just had a bad start. We just weren't ready to play, but we got it together, played well, started getting some stops. Did a great job on Miles, kept him out of the paint. The big fella, Lampkin, is a low down low. We got to do a better job of blocking him out, keeping him off the lane. keeping him from rebounding the basketball. We got to be able to score around him. We can't score through him. He's just so big. We got to be able to go around him. Maybe bring him away from the bucket. Maybe take him off the bounce some. But we got to do a better job of attacking him.
Okay, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Miles attacks from the left side. No good. Hard off the backside, but a foul going to be called as Miles will go to the line to shoot 2 as they call that one on Tony Perkins. The previous foul was called on Patrick McCaffrey.
And not Chris Murray,
yes.
They initially had put up.
We thought it was Sanford. They put on the board it was Murray. That would have been 3. So they got it straight. It's Patrick McCaffrey. And Tony Perkins picks up his second. Now more perspiration on the floor near the left block. So ball boys are out there with their mops and taking care of it. 38-34. Hawks trail by 4. 18-20 to go here in this second half. Hawkeye basketball brought to you by Wellmark, Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Second half coverage here from Raider Arena. First free throw up and good. 5-point lead now here for TCU. Miles, his first free throw make. He's 1 of 3. He's got 5 points now on the night. The leading scorer with 21 points coming in. That one goes down as well. It's a 6-point lead. 40-34 now. 18 minutes and counting here in the second half. Left side, McCaffrey. Now back up top. Right side, Perkins. Bounce pass, Patrick. Murray drives left corner all the way in. Low contact, put up no good. Left short, tapped away by Chris. And nope, by TCU. Out of bounds. Will stay Hawkeye basketball. 20 on the shot clock, 7:15 on the game clock. Hawks trail by 6.
Chris fighting hard in there. Spun, went with the right hand, spun back over the right shoulder to his left hand. Contact, and he released the shot. No call.
Tony Perkins looking to inbound it. Gets it left side of Rebraca, left wing. Back up top to Sanford, top of the key. Bounce pass inside. Perkins baseline. Nice body movement. Under control. Goes up and avoiding the defender. And Tony gets the lead back within 4 for TCU.
Tony now with 7 points on 3 of 9 shooting.
Miles has it up top, guarded by Perkins. Left side to Walker. Gives it up to O'Bannon. Here's a 3. Got it to go. That's Mike Miles, the 6'2 guard. And it's a 7-point lead for TCU. 43-36.
Yeah, Miles starting to heat up. He's a 23-point scorer. He only had 4 at halftime.
Perkins twisting inside, put it up, rebound by Sanford, up and good. Great job battling underneath. He gets pushed. 3-point play coming as Sanford gets a bucket.
Nice job by Peyton sticking his nose on the offensive glass in there. Fought that one out, went up, fouled. He'll go the N1. Peyton now with 4.
17:15 to go in the second half. 3-point play for Sanford. The attempt is up and right through, and he gets it. Substitution here for TCU. Jacoby Coles will come back in. For the Hawkeyes, it's still Perkins, Sanford, Rebraca, Murray, and Patrick McCaffrey. Almost a steal by McCaffrey, but Miles able to snare it away and keep it from Patrick. Right side to Coles. Back up top to Miles. 17 minutes to go in the second half. A 4-point lead. TCU inside off the window and good by Walker. Nice slashing offensive player down the lane. Patrick lost him. Up top is Murray. Swings it left side. Sanford surveying from the left wing. Short corner. Left side is Rebraca. Rebraca being bodied up. A lot of contact there and called. And a technical foul. Eddie Lampkin. And Mr. Gaffney did not like the emotions that Lampkin showed as he walked by him after the foul was called. 45-39 to 6-point lead. Technical foul will come after the foul was called. Sanford will shoot.
2 of them.
Free throw up and good. One more to come for Sanford. That one is good as well. 45-41. Hawks trail by 4. Now the ball baseline inbounds underneath. Left side, Rebraca. Back to Perkins. Has the ball poked away. Gets it back. Drives in. Throws it up top. And Murray not able to save it. Goes over the half-court line for the over and back violation. And it will be TCU basketball. 16.5 to go here in the second half. 45-41. TCU with the advantage. So the Hawks couldn't quite take advantage of it as much as they wanted to after the technical on Lampkin and TCU.
Little two players not on the same page. Tony tried to bail it out of there and threw it over half court. Chris couldn't corral it.
Up top inside the timeline with it is Miles, guarded by Perkins. Screen coming, but goes left side. Miles for a three, no good, off the mark left side. Rebounded by Cole, skips it right side. Here's a quick trigger three, got it. That's Shahada Wells, the 6-foot guard, redshirt junior from Amarillo, Texas. 16 minutes and counting. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Sanford inside of Rebraca. Phillip has been quiet of late after an early 5 points. As the ball knocked away, he gets it back in the right corner. 11 on the shot clock. Sends it out to Sanford left side. Payton inside to Murray. Has it taken away. Coles just grabs it away from him. Now Sanford going to stop the transition. Makes the double-handed pushing foul against Shahada Wells. And our media timeout with 15:38 to go in the second half. Hawks trail by 7. 48-41 as our halftime interview with Bobby and Coach Dillard is brought to you by John Deere. John Deere dealers like P&K Midwest and Hiawatha. As the halftime interview is always brought to you by Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Hawkeye basketball. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Equity salutes today's hero of the game. Thank you for your service to our country. We're a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season. Please join us in thanking all who have served our country. Their dedication allows us to enjoy the freedom and liberty we have today. At American Equity, our mission is to deliver financial dignity to our customers when they retire. To learn more about our company, please visit our website at american-equity.com.
Bobby Hansen here for the Better Business Bureau. Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you, got ripped off, didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. Find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Another season of women's and men's college sports is underway. Follow your alma mater or favorite team in their pursuit of the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2023 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Hawkeye basketball, the Emerald Coast Classic Championship game, trailing by 7 right now, 48-41, 15:38 to go in the second half. And Coach McCaffrey inside the huddle of the Hawkeyes here and reminding his team what they need to do, and not in a very nice manner, as he's not happy with their play right now. They need to pick it up.
I don't think he's happy with the fight either, to be honest with you. And that's why he lit him up right there. You got to get him fired up and go after it. And it's a back-to-back game. You might not have the same energy. It looks like TCU just a little more pep in their step, if you will. And so he's going to go to the bench and bring in Connor, Aaron Eulis, and Desante Bowen, just as he did in the first half that had that 11-2 run.
See if they can spark things again here for the Hawkeyes. Hawkeye fans, buy your own health insurance. Wellmark is on your side and on the health insurance marketplace. Let's give it up for plans you can afford. Check out wellmark.com/hoops to compare plans. TCU has the ball. Going right to left. Check O'Bannon will get it into Miles. 25 on the shot clock. 15 and a half on the game clock here in the second half of play. 48-41. The 7-point advantage for the Horned Frogs. 4-1. Hawkeyes 5-0. Inside, Rebraca can't defend Cork good enough as he got it up and over. Xavier Cork able to get another basket. It's a 9-point lead for TCU. Rebraca right side, guarded by Xavier Cork. Swings it out to Murray. And contact inside.
Whoa, grabs him around the neck.
A holding foul called on Xavier Cork. And baseline inbounds, Aaron Eulis. Eulis looking. Bounce pass inside. Murray has it knocked away from Cork, and it goes right to a TCU player. Wells all the way down the floor, off the back of the iron and in. Bowen chasing him down the floor, but didn't get there to affect it. It's 11-point lead. The largest of the game for TCU. Bowen go all the way in. That's knocked out of there by Cork. And TCU coming back with a lot of momentum right now and a double-digit lead. Right corner three. No good off the backside. Can't get the rebound is O'Bannon. Coach McCaffrey telling his players to push it up the floor. McCaffrey for a three. No good. Murray trying to get the rebound. He does. Up and that's good. Off the glass. Good fight by Chris Murray. Back to a 9-point game.
Took the words right out of my mouth. There's some fight right there as Chris battled the TCU defender for the offensive rebound and got the putback. He's got 8.
14 and counting. The 52-43 TCU lead now. Miles kicks it back out to Coles. Now here's a three. No good. That goes off the TCU player. Should be Hawkeye basketball. Good call by Mr. Gaffney on the far side. It will be. As it rolled right off the backside of Xavier Cork. Rolled out of bounds. Hawks will come back with it with Eulis. Murray, Rebraca, Bowen, and Connor McCaffrey, the 5 for the Hawkeyes. Murray has it. Guarded up top by Peavy. Chris now will give it up to Phillip. Rebraca. Left side, Bowen. Now left short corner, Murray. Baseline move, put it up, hit, got it back. No good off the left side. Pinball around and retrieving it is Eddie Lampkin. TCU pushing it ahead, right side. This is Peavy. Backdoor cut all the way in and just blew by the defense is Mike Miles. 54-43, back to 11, 13 and counting here in the second half.
Miles now with 11.7. Early in the first half.
Averaging 21, the Big Ten preseason player of the year, John Wooden Award watch list. And that's a foul called. On the arm foul called on Eddie Lampkin against Rebraca as he lost the ball. The official right near us in front of us said Lampkin got too much contact and McCaffrey will inbound it here. 54-43. 13-11 to go in the second half. Inbounded to Eulis. Eulis drives left side, pulls up, kicks it out to Chris. Murray for a three. No good. Off the back of the rim. Fighting for a rebound by Rebraca. Put it up. It rolls off ever so slightly, and that's going to be a foul from behind. Either call him McCaffrey or Bowen. We go the other way. Who do they give it to here?
Connor put his hand up.
And it's coming in is Rondell Walker.
Yeah, it's on Connor, his first.
54-43, just under 13 to play. Hawkeyes with a little 2-on-2 pressure here. As trying to get a trap at half court. They pass it over left side. Into the hands of Coles. Up top with it is Peavy. He dribbles it out, extended right wing. 15 on the shot clock, 12:40 and counting in the second half. All the way in, Miles puts it up, the little teardrop, right-handed. Got it. 56-43, the largest lead climbs to 13 now for the Horned Frogs.
And 13 for Mike Miles.
Ball knocked away from Eulis, getting it in front of the Hawkeye benches. Coles all the way in, off the glass and good. Micah Peavy, 58-43 now. 12 minutes and counting here in the second half. Hawkeyes trying to play through this and weather the storm and fight back. There's a missed three off the top front of the rim by McCaffrey. Bowen chases down the rebound. Rebraca inside. Phillip goes up, but he gets held. Trying to say he got the ball. Jump ball was the player for TCU, Jacoby Coles, but no can do. A foul called on Coles. Timeout on the floor. 11:57 to go in the second half. 58-43. Hawkeyes trail. When corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. What connections do you have to corn? Those connections translate into wins for farmers and wins for all Iowans. Share your winning moments. Use hashtag IowansWin. Hawkeyes trail by 15. Back after this, Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
U.S. Cellular has always believed that connection is the greatest gift of all. That's why we're offering any phone, any brand, any storage for free for everyone, new and current customers. Plus, our price protection guarantee means your rates won't go up. Because locally grown connection is the gift that keeps on giving. Visit us in-store or online to get any phone, any brand, any storage free today. U.S. Cellular, locally grown connection. Limited time offer, terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
Businesses like yours count on EMC insurance companies for protection with the standard coverage they need. But EMC agents go further, tailoring coverages with the specialized products and services every unique company requires, including yours. EMC has insurance solutions for nearly 500 types of businesses. So whatever your specialty is, count on EMC to protect it. Visit EMCINS.com to find your local agent.
11:57 to go here in the second half. Hawkeyes trailing 58-43, a 15-point lead, the largest lead. 13-2 run for TCU. Things just not going the Hawkeyes' way right now, Bobby.
No, looking at the stat sheet here, the Hawkeyes are 1 for their last 9, 0 for their last 5. They're in a 2.5-minute scoring drought, and in the middle of that, TCU is on a 13-2 run over the last 4 minutes. So got some work to do here. Start with these 2 free throws by Philip Rebraca.
Got time left, just under 12 to go. So be patient. As hard as it is right now, things just not going your way. And the difference from last night, Hawks got on that run. Shots are falling. They just aren't right now. But as you said, hopefully Rebraca can take the seal off the rim, and he knocks down the first one.
Keep chipping away. You know they're going to get to the foul line. They're already will be in the bonus, get to the double bonus, and score with the clock stopped.
Second one up for Phillip, and it's right through. A 16 foul on TCU. Hawks have 4. 58-45 now. Horned Frogs with the advantage here in the Emerald Coast Classic Championship game here in Niceville, Florida. And the Hawkeyes having trouble with the pressure and slamming it in. Eddie Lampkin, no trouble beating the pressure down the floor. They had 2 white jerseys down there. Lampkin slams it home for a 15-point lead. Back to 15. Up top is Ulis, right wing. Guarded by Coles. Kicks it back out. Chris Murray. Murray now gives it up. Connor McCaffrey has it. Ulis driving in. Put it up and good with 5 on the shot clock. Good bucket by Aaron Ulis. Back to 13, 60-54.
Ulis perfect from the field. He's 5 out of 5. He's got 11 points.
11 minutes and counting here in the second half. Up top with it, Miles. Gets past Ulis all the way in. Contact. Going to be called. And Miles going to the line to shoot 2. For Miles, slow getting up on the baseline. He'll work his way to the line. They give it to Rebraca.
Yeah, his second, including the technical.
13-point lead here for TCU. 10:58 to go here in the second half. Waiting to get the perspiration on the baseline cleaned up here. Before the official will give the ball to Mike Miles. 13 points for Miles, their leading scorer. 21 points tonight. 5 of 9. He's from the field. He's 2 of 4 from the free throw line. First one no good. Too strong at the back of the iron. Chuck O'Bannon Jr. will check in as Jacoby Coles will take a breather. Miles will have one more. This is Wellmark, Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Second half coverage of Hawkeye basketball. No good again off the front of the rim. And the Hawks have it, coming back down by 13. 60-47, 10:50 and counting here in this second half.
Got to make them pay with those 2 missed free throws.
Bowen drives to the top of the key, pulls up, and an offensive foul. Taking it was Miles. Desante Bowen picking up the personal foul. That's his second.
Love the fight. Just got to be a little more aware of where the defenders are.
A great job by Miles, being aware of where the offensive player was coming, right in his lane in the middle. Hawkeyes putting some pressure on again here. Throwing it inbound will be Rondell Walker. Hawks have Murray, Ulis, Bowen, Connor McCaffrey, and Philip Aracha on the floor here. TCU being patient, taking their time, getting it over the half-court line. Now a wide open man on the backside and slamming it in. That time was Chuck O'Bannon, back to a 15-point lead. Bowen drives, going to kick it in the middle of the lane to Aracha. He puts it up off the square, and good. Phillip adds to his point total. He's got 9. Hawks back within 13, 62-49. 10 minutes and counting here in the second half. Inside, Aracha up against the big fella, Eddie Lampkin. Ball gets knocked away now. Lampkin comes up with it. Inside pass on the floor. Chris Murray, and a timeout. A timeout was called first when he had the basketball, says the near side officials. Connor McCaffrey wisely called the timeout.
Yeah, he saw Chris was looking for an outlet. He was on the ground. Connor calls a smart timeout to retain possession.
Good floor leadership, and we'll take a timeout with him. 9:59 to go here in the second half. Hawkeyes trail 62-49. Back after this, Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
U.S. Cellular has always believed that connection is the greatest gift of all. That's why we're offering any phone, any brand, any storage for free for everyone, new and current customers. Plus, our price protection guarantee means your rates won't go up. Because locally grown connection is the gift that keeps on giving. Visit us in-store or online to get any phone, any brand, any storage free today. U.S. Cellular, locally grown connection. Limited time offer, terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
I have been in people's houses on Thanksgiving morning before the fire trucks have left because Grandma forgot to turn the cranberries off. Nobody's fault. It just happens.
A West Bend claims representative on handling a claim.
And then we'll be in their kitchen, putting things back, boarding windows up, winterizing the house, making sure everything is good as quickly as possible. We've been there Christmas Eve, been there New Year's Eve. That's kind of the way we do business.
West Bend, the worst brings out our best. Visit thesilverlining.com to find out more.
Oh, you know that old injury of yours, the one in your knee or maybe back? Instead of going to the doctor and then doing physical therapy, why not start with therapy first? Athletico Physical Therapy is changing the whole healing process around. Their physical therapists will find the source of your pain and help fix it. Start with them and start living pain-free. Just like that.
It all starts with Athletico Physical Therapy. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com. No prescription needed. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
9:59 to go here in the second half. Hawkeyes trail 62-49 here to TCU in Emerald Coast Classic Championship game inside the Raider Arena at Northwest Florida State College. The Hawkeyes just can't get much closer than 13-15 here of late as TCU keeps finding an answer, Bobby.
Yeah, they do. Just, again, that physical, hands-on type of defense, making it difficult for the Hawkeyes to make baskets. 5 of 19 here in the second half. 0 for 6 from three-point range. The Hawks 26% in the second half for the game, 42%. And you combine that with TCU getting layups and dunks over the top of the 1-2-2 press. They're 11 out of 17 here in the second half.
Time remaining, though. 9:59 to be exact. trailing by 13. Nothing goes better with Hawkeye Sports than Wimmer's Meats. Wimmer's hot dogs and sausages deliver the home game experience to your family and friends. Wimmer's, official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. It's Ulis, McCaffrey, Rebraca, Patrick McCaffrey now, and DeSante Bowen, the 5 for the Hawkeyes. Patrick goes left side. Patrick with 21. Last night is scoreless here with 0 points so far in this ball game. Free throw line, fade away jumper, left it short, air ball, and now gonna be a foul called. Rebraca, as he might have undercut, backed in and took the legs out of Walker as he was going up in the air. And thankfully Walker's okay. And that'll be the 17th foul. One of the ball is coming here for Rondell Walker and TCU. 9:33 to go, 62-49.
He hit the floor hard. He bounced off the floor when Phillip got up underneath him. So hope for a miss here.
Walker, 1 of 1 from the free throw line so far tonight. He's got 7 points. And he splashes the first one right through. 63-49. 14-point advantage here for TCU. The largest has been 15 here in the second half. Hawkeyes have not led this game. We've been tied 4 times. Walker ready for the second one. Couple of routine dribbles. It's up and it's right through. 64-49, back to 15. 9.5 to play in the game. Ulis, left-handed thigh-high dribble, gives it up to Patrick. Back to Aaron. Dribbles from the right wing, inside, stops, puts it up, no good. Off the mark right side. Patrick McCaffrey tips it, but it's controlled by Micah Peavy in TCU. Bringing it up in the form of Shahada Wells. Wells sends it right side. Peavy dribbles all the way in, puts it up and good. Right past his man, DeSante Bowen. Peavy with another bucket. He's got 14, and it's the largest lead. 66-49 now for TCU to 17. McCaffrey goes left-handed, swatted out of there by Eddie Lampkin.
Well, he's been a difference here in tonight's game. He didn't play much of yesterday's game, but he has been an aircraft carrier inside.
The 6'11", 263-pounder, filling the void for Emmanuel Miller, who is their second leading scorer, out with a back injury. It's TCU basketball. 8:40 and counting here in the game. 66-49 Horned Frogs. Inside, put up, and that's good by Peavy. They can't miss right now, but getting inside shots, forcing their will on the Hawkeyes, and the Hawks haven't found an answer.
Yeah, back-to-back baskets now for Peavy. He's got 16.
68-49, the largest lead at 19. Bowen inside, great move, but left it short on the left side. And just strong-arming the rebound out of there is Micah Peavy. Hesitation dribble all the way to the rack, up and good by Shahada Wells. And the Horned Frogs can't do anything wrong right now.
They are on a roll. Hawkeyes just 2 out of their last 11. I'm going to look at TCU. Their run, it's been 6-0 in the last minute. Made 7 of their last 8 field goal attempts.
Hawks on a scoring drought of over 2 minutes here. 70-49, a 21-point lead. McCaffrey, a fadeaway jumper, no good, spins out. And rebounded by Eddie Lampkin. Up ahead, right wing with it is Walker. He'll move it out. And a line change coming on the next dead ball for the Hawkeyes. And Gundele, Perkins, Sanford, and Chris Murray are at the table ready to check in. Inside, big fella Lampkin hit from behind by Rebraca, and he'll go on the line to shoot 2. And immediate timeout on the floor before the 2 free throws coming. Hawkeyes trail 70-49. 7:29 to go in the contest. Designed and crafted with exceptional attention to detail, Authentic brand is our choice for Hawkeye game day apparel. Shop their exclusive selection at authentic-brand.com, where shipping is free. Make Authentic brand your gear of choice. Hawks trail by 21. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Running a business is a lot of work. Luckily, I've got a great partner.
Oh, I thank you.
I meant U.S. Bank.
I knew that.
U.S. Bank Business Essentials is a huge help to us.
Totally. Their comprehensive point-of-sale system does it all. Tracks inventory, manages schedules, customizes orders.
Plus all the regular banking stuff.
If only it could make coffee.
Nah, that's your job.
From point of sale to quick loans, we have many ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
We all love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/Iowans win.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hawkeyes have a steep hill to climb here, down 70-49 with 7:29 to go. On the verge of losing their first game of the season here in the Emerald Coast Classic Championship game. A new foursome in there to join Tony Perkins. Join Sanford, I should say, as Perkins, Agundale, Dix, and Chris Murray.
You're hoping to get some three-pointers made with Peyton Sanford, Josh Dix into the basketball game alongside Tony Perkins, but somehow you got to get Chris Murray involved in the offense.
There's the free throw, up and no good, off the mark right side by Lampkin. And he'll have one more. Second one is up and no good. It spins out, a tip right there. Chuck O'Bannon came in, side-swiped it up off the glass and good. And that's the kind of night it is for TCU. They lead 72-49. Ogundele gives it up to Perkins. Tony puts it on the deck. Now sends it over left side to Dix. Hesitation dribble, drives baseline, kicks it back out to Ogundele. Knocked away right into the hands of Agundale, powering up against Lampkin. Here's a three for Murray. Got it to go. Chris Murray with the three ball from the top of the key. Puts it back to a 20-point game, 72-52.
Chris now with 11 points, and you need about 6 more of those.
That's all. Up top with it is O'Bannon. Gives it up to Wells. Shahada passes out right side for a three. No good. Off the mark left side by Peavy. And now Murray has it knocked away, and now taken away by Peavy. Peavy all the way in, left it short as Perkins affected it. Now Peavy's going to be called out of bounds while touching the basketball. It'll be Hawkeye ball with 6:27 to go. TCU the 20-point lead, 72-52. Perkins will bring it up. Sends it left side. Murray for another three. No good. Too hard off the back of the rim. Sanford gets his way in there. Corrals the ball. Gets it out to Perkins. No good. Off the front of the rim. Sanford laying out for it. And we're going to call the forearm call from the near side official on Miles. No, on Micah Peavy going down the floor. He threw a forearm. They're going to call. And that's why Sanford hit the deck.
It'll be a 1-and-1 then.
Now the officials are conferring on the far side. One of the bonus coming here for Sanford. Hawks down by 20. Peavy comes out as Jacoby Coles. They're going to call it an offensive foul. It will not be shooting one in the bonus. So Sanford will sideline it on the far side, straight across from us. 6:09 to go here in the second half. Perkins. Left side. Sanford No good on the three. Miss. Ogundele bang for the rebound. It's tipped away and controlled by TCU. O'Bannon comes up with it. Now Miles. The jog dribble over half court all the way in. Skips it left side. Left corner. Three. Got it. Chuck O'Bannon adds to the TCU lead of 23. The largest lead, 75-52. Sanford for a three, left corner, no good. Off the backside, rebounded by O'Bannon. 5.5 to go in the game. Hawks trail 75-52. Miles has it inside the timeline, guarded by Perkins. Bounce pass, left wing. Back up top to Miles. Left corner for a three. No good. Off the front side. Rebound. Fought for. Coles grabs it. 15 on the shot clock. 5 minutes and counting on the game clock. Miles drives in. Puts it up over Ogundele. No good. Murray with the rebound. He pushes it ahead. Perkins down. Pulls up. Little floater in the air. Got it to drop. 75-54 Hawks trail. 4:45 and counting. Pass left side, inside, reverse layup, up and good by Xavier Court. And the 23-point lead, 77-54, 4.5 to play. Left side, Murray. Inside, Sanford, bounce pass, Perkins off the glass and good. And we have a whistle. A timeout, apparently.
No idea. He just blew his whistle.
I think he's calling it, must be calling a timeout. 4:23 to go. 77-56. Or he was giving a
coaching box warning?
Yeah. We're going to take a media timeout now with 4:23 to go in the second half. It was a officials timeout giving a coach's sideline warning to Coach Dixon, apparently. Was a near side official. Well, if you rent or own your home, fortunately Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. It's a good thing too, because having a home is hard work. Go to geico.com, get a quote, see how much you could save. Geico.com, it's easy. The Iowa Corn Cyhawk Series celebrates our student athletes and our state's corn farmers. Just like the Hawkeyes work hard all year, so do Iowa's corn farmers, growing a crop used in over 4,000 products. That's a win for all Iowans. 77-56, TCU at the lead. 4:23 to go in the second half. We're back after this from Learfield.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Handling all of your exterior needs from roofing, siding, windows, and gutters, they've got you covered. Providing free damage inspections and help filing insurance claims. Call 319-343-6376.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor and a PTO Quick Connect that hooks up rear implements with a single click. John runs with us because to him, there's nothing more important than connecting with the land. Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear John's story at Deere.com.
Stop by your local John Deere dealer for a test drive today or learn more at Deere.com. Your Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Iowa basketball.
You probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs. But what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately. Then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
4:23 to go in this game. Hawkeyes trail 77-56. You're listening to Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Second half coverage of Hawkeye men's basketball Well, fortunately, the Hawks haven't had many games like this. Of course, coming in with a 5-0 record, Bobby, and things just aren't going their way, and TCU is doing a lot of things well.
They are. I'm going to be honest. I didn't see this coming. The way the Hawkeyes have been playing and the way TCU played last night against Cal.
Yeah.
I just didn't see him up and down the court and being able to run with the Hawkeyes. But right from the get-go, it just seemed like Iowa just didn't have that extra gear that TCU had here tonight. So still 4.5 minutes. Anything can happen. You got to really slap on some serious defense. Try to get some turnovers and see if you can get some threes to drop in next couple of minutes. If not, try to avoid injury.
TCU will have the basketball. Going the length of the floor now with 4:23 to go here in the game. O'Bannon will inbound it, looking for help. He throws it near side. Cork is there, gets it back to O'Bannon. They go right side now to Walker. Walker, double team coming from Murray and Dix. It's those two, Perkins and Goudelet and Sanford still. Turnaround jump hook, no good. Off the mark left side, rebounded by Sanford. Payton pushes it right side. Perkins drives in, stops, pops, puts up the 10-footer, got it to go. 77-58. Tony Perkins adds to his point total.
He's got 11.
Left side now, O'Bannon. 3:45 and counting here in the ball game. Guarded by Sanford is O'Bannon. Drives right side. Bounce pass. Out back up top to Wells. Guarded by Perkins. Left side. Driving in. Hit out. And it's tipped away by Dix. Dix up ahead. Sanford back to Perkins for the one-handed slammer. And one coming as a foul on the arm. On the swat down by Chuck O'Bannon. Three-point play coming here. Opportunity for Tony.
Pretty feed that time by Peyton Sanford. That's how you run a 2-on-1 fast break right there. You keep the floor spread, and when the defender commits to you, you drop the pass. Tony goes up, dunks it, fouled. He'll shoot one.
Perkins, one more. Sub coming off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by TCU. 17-point advantage here for the Horned Frogs. 77-60. 3:15 and counting here in the game. Miles has it, guarded by Perkins out top inside the three-point line. As Miles goes right side, Agundele came up to help. Now he goes back inside, gets rid of it, put up, no good. Rebound. And a shot clock violation first. As Coles got it back and couldn't get off a shot. Good job by the Hawkeyes that time. The defensive stand. Now Perkins will bring it up over the timeline. Hands it off to Sanford. Right side. Tony drives in the lane. Gets rid of it to Agundele. Agundele bonding up his big man. The jump hook and offensive foul. Little forearm elbow shiver called on Agundele. Offensive foul. We go back the other way.
Like, really?
Called by the baseline official.
John Gaffney. Just a ton of contact in there all night long, and picked big Josh O out of there and picks up the foul.
Riley Mulvey will come in for the first time in the tournament. 6'11" sophomore center from New York. Also back in is Ulyss Bowen. They join Sanford, and Josh Dix stays out there. 77-60, 2:41 to go. Hawkeyes still pressing here, making it hard for TCU to bring the ball up the court. Working on their press. Pass to the right baseline. Now they kick it back out to Miles. 15 on the shot clock. Just under 2.5 to play. Miles, stutter step, dribble. Put it up on the left side. No good. Rebounded by TCU. As Peavy came away with it, he sends it out to O'Bannon. Now they set up their offense again with 10 on the shot clock. 2 minutes and counting on the game clock. Peavy, right side. Drives in, pass Ulyss, over Ulyss, but no good. Off the mark, backside, rebounded by Mulvey. Peyton Sanford, twist around, move, spin dribble around his defender. Sends it to Bowen, left wing. He drives in. Bowen had it knocked away. Put it up again and hit on the arm and go to the line to shoot 2. DeSante has 6 points on the night, 3 of 5 from the field. This is his first trip to the free throw line.
Really brought some energy there at the early part of the first half when the Hawks got down 9-0. It was him and Aaron Eulis in there, along with Connor. Fran brought 3 guys in off the bench, and they turned the tide of this game around on an 11-2 run to get it tied up, and just been second half been a tsunami of Horned Frogs climbing all over the Hawkeyes. Hawks can't make shots, and TCU can't miss.
First free throw is up and good by Bowen. 75% coming into tonight, 9 of 12. 77-61, make it 77-62. And the second free throw made by Bowen, 1:44 to go in the game. Miles will get it to the far side. Now they'll pass it down the line and just play keep away with it here. Dix, Eulis, Bowen, Mulvey, and Sanford, the 5 for the Hawkeyes. 120 and counting here in this Emerald Coast Classic championship game. A little floater from the left side by Miles. He got it to drop. 79-62. 15 points for Mike Miles. There's a drive right side. Eulis off the window and good. Under a minute to play. 79-64. Largest lead has been 23. Hawkeyes never led in this game. Contest has been tied 4 times. 40 seconds and counting, 10 on the shot clock. Miles, left side to Walker all the way in. Put up Mulvey right there for defense. Going to be a shot clock violation with 30 seconds to go. Mulvey will inbound it for the final 30. Eulis drives all the way in, puts it up, and got it to go. Aaron Eulis with the bucket. 24 seconds to go. Coach McCaffrey telling his players not to foul here with a 13-point game, 79-66. And that's going to do it. The final score, 79-66, the win for TCU as the Hawkeyes dropped their first game of the season and fall to 5-1. TCU improves to 5-1. With Quick Hot Savings from Quick Star, you'll find hot deals throughout the store. Check out the savings on Procedure, Nature's Touch dairy products, and so much more. Quick Star's got your savings covered. Getting a medical cannabis card in Iowa is easiest. Talking to your doctor. Join thousands of Iowans using medical cannabis today. You can search budmary.com to learn more. And Hawkeye basketball brought to you by the great Central Midwest Honda dealers across the state, like Randy Keough Honda in Cedar Rapids. Randy Keough Honda. 79-66, our final this one. Hawkeyes fall in the Emerald Coast Classic championship game. We're back to start our postgame next. Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
This has been the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield second half on the Hawkeye Sports Network. Hawkeye basketball has been brought to you by Mid-American Energy. Save energy, save money. Visit midamericanenergy.com for energy-saving tips. Ford, inviting you to visit your local Ford store or buyfordnow.com. Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Made right here in Iowa since 1895. And by Iowa John Deere Dealers, proud sponsors of Hawkeye basketball. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Okay, close your eyes and imagine.
Well, unless you're driving.
Yes, imagine you bought a scratch ticket from the Iowa Lottery.
Or someone gave you one.
Yes, right. And you scratch, and you've won.
Won big.
Yes, in fact, there are 13 holiday games with big cash prizes. And if you don't win, play it again. You can still win up to $100,000 in the VIP club.
But you have to enter and see rules and complete details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Yes. Thank you.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game. Thank you for your service to our country. We're a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season. Please join us in thanking all who have served our country. Their dedication allows us to enjoy the freedom and liberty we have today. At American Equity, our mission is to deliver financial dignity to our customers when they retire. To learn more about our company, please visit our website at american-equity.com.
We all love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/IowansWin.
Get a Hy-Vee Plus Premium membership for just $99 a year and get fuel savings every time you shop in-store and online. Plus, exclusive deals and offers every month. Plus, free standard delivery and free express pickup. With Hy-Vee Plus, our plus equals more. For a limited time, get $50 off an annual Hy-Vee Plus membership with code SAVEBIG. That's right, get $50 off a Hy-Vee Plus membership with code SAVEBIG.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, Hawkeye basketball has been brought to you by West Bend, the Silver Lining, Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge, just minutes south of Iowa City. Shields, right there with you. U.S. Cellular, the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. When corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. And by Iowa Lottery. Be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit ialottery.com for details. This is the U.S. Cellular Postgame Show.
Back in the Raider Arena, 79-66, the final. The Hawkeyes fall to TCU as TCU came out and never lost their quick step right off the get-go in this one. Hawkeyes get their first loss of the season, 5-1 now as they'll try to regroup, but we both didn't see this coming, Bobby. A tough effort. TCU, you got to tip your cap. They played well. They did not shoot well last night, didn't play well against an 0-5 at the time Cal team, and we didn't expect this kind of team to come out. Boy, were they a different step ahead of things here tonight right from the get.
They were, and they were too big inside, and they made three-pointers tonight when they normally don't make three-point field goals. They're 35%, they're a 28% three-point shooting team on the season, 5 of 14 tonight. The senior leader, the leader, Mike Miles, he didn't have a huge game, but it was inside. Eddie Lampkin, a starter inside, caused problems for the Hawkeyes. Really got the Hawkeyes on the boards, 41-28. They had 13 offensive rebounds. The Hawks narrowed that gap a little bit. The Hawks turned it over way too many times, 15 turnovers, which led to 22 TCU points. So again, like you said, didn't see this one coming, and just one of them games that you flush and you learn from.
Yeah, learn from, but move on and not let it dwell, and get ready for Georgia Tech come Tuesday night in the ACC Challenge. Get to come back home.
Yeah, get to come back home. Hopefully we got a nice crowd there to welcome the guys back and pump them up, get some energy going inside of Carver Hawkeye Arena. And it'll be a tough flight back home here. Get home late tonight into Cedar Rapids, but it's a conscientious bunch that will bounce back.
As the postgame show brought to you by U.S. Cellular. U.S. Cellular is bringing a locally grown connection all season long with any phone free for new and current customers. That's right, any phone for free. As we continue on here in the postgame show. First, let's step out for station ID to pay homage to our station affiliates. We will take a station ID break. You're listening to Hawkeye Basketball. Best in the game player will be Aaron Eulis. We'll have Aaron on along shortly. We take a look at the points of the paint brought to you by Spotted Rose. Contractors, you're busier than ever, but you've got this with high-quality building materials from Spotted Rose like GAF Roofing. Use the Spotted Rose Visualizer to plan the perfect roof and blend an architectural look with exceptional performance. GAF, we protect what matters the most. With several Spotted Rose locations, you can focus on life's other important things. Spotted Rose, buy easier, build better. Points in the paint, TCU dominated tonight, 58-42. A big reason for their win as they win the Emerald Coast Classic Championship game 79-66. As we take a look at the post-game stats from Hy-Vee. We'll do that when we come back next, along with Aaron Eulis, our Old Dominion player of the game. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud & Mary's. Formerly Med Farm, Bud & Mary's is the same locally grown, family-owned and operated company, providing the largest selection of cannabis and full THC products in Iowa.
At DePaco Credit Union, members are better together through Thank Yous, a DePaco-only perk that thanks members in cash for saving, borrowing, and planning. This year, participating DePaco members shared nearly $3.7 million. Since 2016, members have shared nearly $24.4 million in Thank Yous. Be part of the movement. Join the local financial cooperative where members are owners. Visit your nearest DePaco branch or join online at DePaco.com. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
This is Gary Dolphin. Lennox has been building furnaces and air conditioners here in Iowa since 1895. And Lennox dealers have been selling and installing these high-efficiency Lennox products for just as long. When you call 72 Degrees Comfort Company in Ankeny and the Des Moines metro area, you know you're calling one of the best names in the indoor comfort business. Dave Lennox knows that when you turn to 72 degrees, your home will be exceptionally comfortable. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and 72 degrees. Lennox, 72 degrees, and the Hawkeyes. That's a winning combination.
When you buy your own health insurance, you deserve a doctor who's your biggest champion and coverage you can be confident in. And with new Wellmark health insurance plans featuring Unity Point Health, that's what you can expect. These plans help you build a relationship with your Unity Point Health primary care providers and network partners, starting with free preventive and virtual care, plus low copays for primary care with a doctor who always has your back. Connect with an agent to help you enroll at wellmark.com/UPH.
How do you use your energy? Cheering on your team under the lights? Making a special meal for the MVPs in your life? At Alliant Energy, we know it's about more than just energy. It's about what that energy powers us all to do together. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Back to Raider Arena here on the campus of Northwest Florida State College. Emerald Coast Classic Championship game goes to TCU, winning 79-66. Hawkeyes fall for the first time of the season. Time for our Best in the Game interview, brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Our player of the game is Aaron Eulis. Eulis with 24 minutes played, 15 points, 7 of 8 from the field, 1 of 1 from three-point land, nothing from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal on the night. I know this is not the way you want to get a player of the game with your team losing this one here tonight. Just a hard-fought effort against TCU, a team that came out right from the get and jumped on you guys.
Yeah, we're just going to use it as a learning situation. We can't sit here and dwell on it. We came out, I feel like we fought. We could have played harder at times. We could have did a couple things better as far as, taking care of the ball. I feel like all of us as a team, me as a point guard, could have led the team better, Just a couple things that we can fix up, coming into our next game. And we're just going to looking forward to the Georgia Tech game on Tuesday.
Exactly the mindset you have to have with flushing this one and moving on, finding ways to improve. And the coaches will have those things of what you need to work on a little more. But when you and your 3 teammates came off the bench there early on in this game after they got off to that 9-0 run, you provided a spark there.
Yes, we just tried to come in, as you said, to provide a spark. We came off the bench. We were down 11-0. We just knew we had to come out there with energy on the defense end, offensive end, and we just needed to go out there and do what we need to do for our team.
And a holiday tournament, first tournament here in 3 years for the Hawkeyes since 2019. How'd you like playing in a tournament atmosphere like this?
It was actually a good experience. You know, we've been playing in Iowa in the Carver Hawkeye Arena for a while. We actually had a good amount of fans here, so it felt good, you know, traveling, nice weather out here, you know. Getting to play in a different crowd, you know, seeing some different fans, some new Hawkeye fans. It was a good experience. Wish we would have came out with a W.
No doubt, a lot of black and gold in the crowd here tonight and last night, and that went over Clemson. Now you move on, get to go back home inside Carver on Tuesday night. The Big Ten ACC Challenge is the next challenge for your team, and Georgia Tech team will be your opponent.
Yes, like I said before, we're going to try to not dwell on this loss. We're going to use this as motivation going into the next game, and we're just going to go out there, fight hard, and try to come out with the W.
Indeed. Congrats on your effort, and best of luck to you. Thanks for your time, Aaron.
Thank you. Aaron
Eulis, our Old Dominion player of the game here tonight, as Aaron Eulis with 24 minutes played. Eulis with 15 points, 7 of 8 from the field, 1 3-pointer, 1 assist, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal tonight, I should say, as Aaron Eulis, our Old Dominion player of the game. Appreciate for him for his time here tonight. As we'll take another break, come back with a stats recap brought to you by Hy-Vee. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Not all internet is created equal. It's a lot like choosing a quarterback. Technically, you could sign up any new rookie provider on the block, but the success of every device in your home depends on it. Will they perform in the clutch, or will they buffer under pressure? Extreme provides the speed you need with a 100% gigabit technology network and amplified Wi-Fi. And unlike signing a quarterback, Extreme Internet requires no contracts. There's only one pick to lead your team. It's Extreme, powered by Mediacom.
Bobby Hansen here for the Better Business Bureau. Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you, got ripped off, didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. Find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
When you buy your own health insurance, you deserve a doctor who's your biggest champion and coverage you can be confident in. And with new Wellmark health insurance plans featuring Unity Point Health, that's what you can expect. These plans help you build a relationship with your Unity Point Health primary care providers and network partners, starting with free preventive and virtual care, plus low copays for primary care with a doctor who always has your back. Connect with an agent to help you enroll at wellmark.com/UPH.
Hi, Gary Dolphin here. My Game Day apparel features the premium Authentic brand label. Authentic brand products are preferred by national corporate brands and should be your gear of choice too. Insist on the Authentic brand label from your supplier for your next merch project. Or visit authentic-brand.com and find an authorized distributor near you.
Hawkeyes fall 79-66 in Emerald Coast Classic Championship game here tonight. Back in the U.S. Cellular Postgame Show, John Swisher along with you on the Hawkeye Radio Network as we take a look at the Hawkeye who heated up the nets presented by Lennox Dealers of Iowa. And our player tonight for the second night in a row, Tony Perkins, 21 minutes played, 15 points, 7 of 15 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Tony Perkins, our player who heated up the nets, brought to you by Lennox, as a great Lennox dealers all over the great state of Iowa. Air Solutions in Atlantic, Bernie's Heating Cooling in Clinton, Kelly Heating Service Incorporated in Iowa City, Kalen's Indoor Comfort in Sioux City, and Seiler Appliance in Webster City. As time now for the charity stripe recap. We see how the Hawks did from the free throw line and how TCU fared as well. Hawkeyes 11 of 15 for 73%. 6 of 13 for 46% was TCU. That was your charity stripe update brought to you by Latham High-Tech Seeds. Just like the Hawkeyes' diverse talents, no seed company has more trait and genetic diversity than Latham High-Tech Seeds. Thank you to Latham Seeds for supporting Hawkeye basketball and the American Cancer Society throughout the Hawkeye charity stripe promotion all season long. As we take a look at the post-game stats brought to you by Hy-Vee. For the Hawkeyes leading the way, we've talked about Aaron Eulis and Tony Perkins, both with 15 points. 11 for Chris Murray, 7 on the night for Peyton Sanford, 9 for Philip Rebracha, 1 for Josh Dix. Hawkeyes 53%, check that, 43% shooting for the game, 17% from three-point land, and 73% from the free throw line for TCU. 54% for the game, 35% from three-point line, and 46% from the free throw line. Leading the way, 16 points for Micah Peavy, 15 for Mike Miles, 10 points for Xavier Cork. Points in the paint, 52-48 TCU. Turnovers, points, 22-14 for TCU. Second chance points went to the Horned Frogs, 17-11. Fast break points in favor of Iowa, 18-12. Bench points tied at 24. Turnovers in the game, 15 for the Hawkeyes, the most on the season, and TCU had 15 as well. Total rebounds, 28 for the Hawks, 41 rebounds for TCU. Our post-game stats report brought to you by Hy-Vee. Score big savings and shop online at HyVeeDeals.com. We come back with head coach of the Hawkeyes, Fran McCaffrey, with Bobby Hansen from the Hawkeye locker room. We do that next as the U.S. Cellular post-game show rolls on after this. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud & Mary's. There's no THC cap on Iowa medical cannabis, and getting a card is fast and easy with online doctors. Get your med card today. Visit budmary.com.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game. Thank you for your service to our country. We're a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season. Please join us in thanking all who have served our country. Their dedication allows us to enjoy the freedom and liberty we have today. At American Equity, our mission is to deliver financial dignity to our customers when they retire. To learn more about our company, please visit our website at american-equity.com.
Bobby Hansen here for the Better Business Bureau. Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you, got ripped off, didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. Find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
How do you use your energy? Cheering on your team under the lights? Making a special meal for the MVPs in your life? At Alliant Energy, we know it's about more than just energy. It's about what that energy powers us all to do together. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Draft Day Sports Lounge is the ultimate place to watch the game, have some fun, and show off your golfing skills with Top Golf Swing Suite. Top Golf Swing Suite in Draft Day delivers a one-of-a-kind simulation that's fun for golfers and non-golfers alike. Pair that with Draft Day's live sports viewing, local craft beers, and delicious menu, and you have a winning pair. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge and Top Golf Swing Suite, just minutes south of Iowa City.
We return into the U.S. Cellular postgame show. Hawkeye basketball. Hawks lose to TCU tonight, 79-66. Time now for our John Deere postgame interview with the head coach of the Hawkeyes, Fran McCaffrey, along with Bobby Hansen, brought to you by great John Deere dealers like Bodensteiner Implement in Cresco. Here's Bobby with Coach.
Well, Coach, tough night here in Florida in the championship game. I, for one, did not see that one coming, and just a very physical basketball game. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't think we handled the physicality very well. We did against Seton Hall. We did against Clemson. Tonight we didn't. Got a little sideways. I thought, obviously got off to a bad start. Second group came in, tied the game. But we missed some shots in close. We started quick shooting the ball. You know, when you're in an environment like this, you're on the road. It's not a road game, it's a neutral game, but you're away from home. The team's making a run on you. You can't quick shoot the ball as they started to get away from us. We had a couple times we had it point-blank range, didn't go in. Shot 3 for 17 from 3, had open looks. Couldn't get any to fall. But, we'll learn from this, Bobby. We'll grow from this. You learn from victory and you learn from defeat, and we'll be better.
And, Coach, let's talk about that group that came in with Connor, Aaron Eulis, and DeSante Bowen. Really brought some energy and played very well.
They really did. I thought the same, I thought Ogundele gave us some really good minutes. I thought when I went back to Tony and those guys, they were better. There's a number of different ways we can go with our lineups. We're a little smaller than we've been. This was a particularly big team. That hurt us a little bit with their size and their physicality and their girth. But again, I think having gone through this will benefit us in the long run. Yeah, and look at those rebound numbers early, especially in the first half. The offensive rebound just couldn't get that big fella off the glass. Yeah, they hurt us on the offensive glass. But, I mean, look, this is a team that last year, they got everybody back. They got 40% of their misses back. So in the first half, we were pretty even on the glass. They had more, but by the end of the game, they wore us down, on the glass. Which means they're going to get open threes on kickouts. It means they're going to get putbacks, high percentage shots, and we got 10. We started doing a better job with that. We got 10 offensive rebounds. We got some putbacks. But again, 3-ball wasn't dropping for us tonight. And another double-double for Chris Murray, but not 20 points, I guess. That's what people are looking at. What are they doing to Chris to limit his points? Well, they're being real physical with him. Again, he didn't get off to a great start. We had the out-of-bounds play, and he missed a layup right off the bat. He was a little bit sideways, and then fortunately he got comfortable again, hit some threes. We only hit 3. He hit 2 of them. And again, got some rebounds. He was in double digits there. But again, he missed a bunny that he never misses, and it starts to wear on you a little bit. But I thought he fought through it. I was proud of him. And, Coach, the 1-2-2 normally is very productive for you tonight. Today, they just threw it over the top and got done. Well, we were gambling it. When we went to it late, we were gambling. Josh was a little unsure. He'll learn. But we were coming up for steals and trying to create some offense with our defense, and we left the basket unprotected a little bit. Well, Coach, travel home, and then big game, Big Ten ACC shootout against Georgia Tech on Tuesday. We need a nice crowd there to bring some energy into Carver to welcome these guys back. Absolutely. Our guys will be ready. Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Bobby. Thanks for Fran McCaffrey. His time with Bobby Hansen here. Our post-game chat, as always, with Coach McCaffrey, brought to you by Bodensteiner Implement. Bodensteiner Implement is your trusted John Deere dealer with 10 locations in Northeast Iowa to serve you. As the Emerald Coast Classic Championship game in the books, Hawks fall 79-66. And the all-tournament team, Hawkeyes have 2 members, Chris Murray and Patrick McCaffrey. As no surprise, tournament MVP Mike Miles Jr. from TCU with the MVP of the tournament. We'll take another break, come back and wrap it all up here from Raider Arena. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor, as he does everything to make
my yard look as beautiful as I possibly can.
But the Hubbards use their 1025R because
we really are trying to create this homestead.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a deer.
Stop by Casey Nielsen for a test drive today at one of our 11 locations in northern Iowa, or get a quote online at caseynielsen.com.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. It's within walking distance to Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as some great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of the Hawk Talk with Fran McCaffrey radio show. Come find your place at Hyatt Regency, where we care for people so they can be their best.
Oh,
You know that old injury of yours, the one in your knee or maybe back? Instead of going to the doctor and then doing physical therapy, why not start with therapy first? Athletico Physical Therapy is changing the whole healing process around. Their physical therapists will find the source of your pain and help fix it. Start with them and start living pain-free. Just like that.
It all starts with Athletico Physical Therapy. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com. No prescription needed. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Hawkeye fans offering expertly crafted and incredibly comfortable Hawkeye gear, Authentic Brand Apparel has me looking my best on game day and every day. Shop the premium selection of outerwear, hoodies, hats, and more at authentic-brand.com. Save 15% instantly with coupon code Hawkeye Radio. That's all one word. Hawkeye Radio at authentic-brand.com.
John and Bobby, along with you. Jim Davies, our producer and engineer here in Niceville, Florida. Trying to put the final wraps on this one. Hawkeyes fall in the championship game as they fall to 5-1 against the Horned Frogs of TCU. We didn't have any reviews tonight like we did last night. Had a few towards the end of the game. But if we would have, all plays under review are always brought to you by Athletico. Physical therapy is the thing you are told to do after medication, x-rays, or surgery. But what if the best way to fix your pain is to start where you normally finish? The sooner you start with physical therapy, you change everything. It all starts with no prescription needed at Athletico. Quick check of the U.S. Bank scoreboard. Iowa wrestling victorious today. Number 2 Hawkeyes over number 21 Penn, 26-11. Hawkeyes improved 5-0. They won 7 matches in the duel. They'll be off until next Sunday when they take on Iowa State at Carver at 1:30. Iowa women will be action tomorrow afternoon at noon in the championship of the Phil Knight Nike Legacy Classic out in Portland, Oregon, taking on UConn at noon again tomorrow. Big Ten men's basketball tonight. Rutgers, the only team in action besides the Hawks, over Central Connecticut State, 83-49. And finals from Big Ten football today and the final regular season of Big Ten college football. Illinois over Northwestern 41-3. Purdue 30. Indiana 16. Minnesota beat Wisconsin 23-16. And Penn State over Michigan State 35-16. Maryland 37. Rutgers nothing. And Michigan all over Ohio State in the shoe today in Columbus 45-23. That is the Big Ten and scoreboard on the U.S. Bank scoreboard. We'll have our highlights of the game coming up. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
Touchdown! You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
U.S. Cellular has always believed that connection is the greatest gift of all. That's why we're offering any phone, any brand, any storage for free for everyone, new and current customers. Plus, our price protection guarantee means your rates won't go up. Because locally grown connection is the gift that keeps on giving. Visit us in-store or online to get any phone, any brand, any storage free today. U.S. Cellular, locally grown connection. Limited time offer, terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. The Hotel Kirkwood, named the Corridor Business Journal's 2022 Best Banquet and Event Venue. And awarded the AAA 4-Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatkirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
For the final time this weekend, we're back inside Raider Arena here at Northwest Florida State College, wrapping up the Emerald Coast Classic on the Hawkeye Radio Network. Hawks fall the championship game to TCU 79-66. A 5-1 record now as they head back home to take on Georgia Tech in the Big Ten ACC Challenge coming up on Tuesday night inside Carver. I believe a 7 o'clock start time in that one. 8 o'clock, thank you. 7 o'clock will be the pregame show here on the Hawkeye Radio Network with Dolph and Bobby. 8 o'clock tip time inside Carver for the Hawks and the Yellow Jackets of Georgia Tech. Despite the loss tonight, there were a few highlights in this game, and we have them for you now. The three from Chris Murray. Got it to curl around and fall on down from the right corner. Murray gets the three-pointer. It's 11-9. 11-9, Hawks trail by 2. Nice reverse layup. Bowen on the take from the right wing. Desante Bowen got it to go with the left hand. And this game is tied with 14:26 to go in this first half. This is Bowen driving, getting away from the defense. Put it up, off the window, and good. Desante Bowen with a nifty move. We're tied again at 11. Near travel there, driving left side, Wells. Kicks it out, pull-up jumper by Peavy over Chris Murray. No good, hard off the back of the iron. Murray gets the rebound, up ahead to Bowen, behind the big rack dribble. Nice move, left hand, left side, off the glass and good. We're tied at 15, 12-25 and counting. Bounce pass wide open, the one-handed slammer by Philip Rebracha. Gets the Hawks back within 3, 23-20. No doubt what Philip wanted to do with it that time. Back to a 4-point TCU lead, 28-24. Rebracha kicks it out. Eulis for a standalone three. Got it to go. Aaron Eulis brings the Hawks back within 1, 28-27. Perkins twisting inside, put it up, rebound by Sanford, up and good. Great job battling underneath. He gets pushed, three-point play coming as Sanford gets a bucket. Our highlights of the game tonight in the Hawks loss, 79-66, first one of the year as they fall to 5-1 and return home on a Tuesday night. That'll wrap it up. Bobby, enjoyed the experience again with you. Always great to work with you. I appreciate it, your support, of course, and fun to cover this team despite the loss here tonight. It's a fun team to watch as they continue to grow.
Yeah, absolutely, Swish. Yeah, it's been fun working with you. Been fun hanging out with you here down in Florida. Great job, as usual. You're a true professional filling in for Gary, and we will probably be working again and find out when football bowl game is. We might have one. Indeed. That will be together on New Year's Day.
About a month from to now, most likely, indeed. Thanks to our on-site producer and engineer, Jim Davies, for pushing the right buttons to get us on the air as well. Thanks to our in-studio producer down in Jefferson City, Lane. We appreciate his work on the controls as well. Hawkeyes fall tonight, 79-66. That does it from Niceville, Florida. Have yourselves a good and safe rest of your Saturday night and holiday weekend. So long, everybody, from Niceville, Florida. Once again, Hawks fall 79-66. This has been Hawkeye Men's Basketball from the Hawkeye Radio Network.
You've been listening to the U.S. Cellular Postgame Show, brought to you by U.S. Cellular, the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Hawkeye Basketball has been brought to you by Alliant Energy. Visit AlliantEnergy.com to see how they're using their energy to power beyond. U.S. Bank, proud to support Iowa basketball. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. And by Case IH. Make every shot count with Case IH. Visit caseih.com/Hawkeyes. United Healthcare, proud sponsors of Small Business Spotlight. Sign up your small business at HawkeyeSports.com/UHC. Honda. To see how Honda crushes the competition, see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest. Also brought to you by Shields, right there with you. And by Authentic Brand, unique Hawkeye apparel at authentic-brand.com. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.